your company is missing out on. Meet the grads of life. Who are they? Talent worth knowing about. Young adults of unique determination and experience. An ideal fit for your company in an entry-level position, internship, or even mentorship. They might not have every qualification you typically look for, but they're exactly who your company needs.
Man, we really could have used him.
Don't miss out on a resource many innovative companies have already discovered. Go to gradsoflife.org to learn how to find, cultivate, and train this great pool of untapped talent. Brought to you by the Ad Council and gradsoflife.org.
CBS Sports Flash.
It's time now for Troup Tigers football on WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Troup Tigers football is brought to you in part by Mallory Insurance, Holmes Pharmacy, Wellstar West Georgia Medical, Emory Southern Orthopedics, Kia of LaGrange, Remax Results Agent Rob Upchurch, and Remax Results Agent Joel Upchurch. Now live to the field for Troup Tigers football.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Troup High School Tiger Football live here from Callaway Stadium. It is a beautiful night for high school football. It's got a nice little coolness to the air. The teams are getting out on the field. The stands are filling up. I tell you what, the side over here where we are, where the press box is, which is the Troup High home team side, is getting full. And, Greg, it's going to be a great night for high school football.
Well, just on the outside, looking at all the tailgaters, I mentioned to some of the members of the Troup High Touchdown Club just then that, Anthony Robinson and Chad Dallas and Mr. Short, they're all out there tailgating. I said, it should be this way every Friday night.
Yes.
Traffic's backed up, and what a great community event this has become over the years.
Well, it has. The two teams went for a period where they did not play each other, back to doing that each season, and the rivalry continues to grow, especially in the same region. The two teams right now vying for their placement in the region. Really, LaGrange tonight playing for its season. This is their opportunity to really make it into the playoffs. They're going to have to take on the Tigers right now, as they still have some tough teams ahead with, of course, Sandy Creek coming up for them, and maybe Chapel Hill. I have to check my schedule and double check that. But the Tigers, a resurgent group of players here at the Troup High School Tigers. 1-9 last year with their own the Glisten mission. And Greg, these students, this community is buying into what's going on at Troup High School.
Yeah, it's amazing. I was talking to Daniel Hicks earlier today, who works with me and happens to be my nephew. He said, "Don't you tell Coach Glisten for me now. A lot of my classmates are coming in tonight. They're really excited. They're really getting back into Troup football." And I said, well, that's just amazing what winning does. When you're 1-9, you don't have a whole lot of people standing around wanting to join the club. Yep. But now that we're winning, and that's certainly what we want to continue to do, and Coach Glisten's building a great foundation. You guys get on if you're Facebooking. Hey, and I want to point out Jody Dowden, our Troup High ladies volleyball coach. Hey, these guys went down to Thompson yesterday, or Augusta, and won 3 straight, and they're in the Sweet 16.
That's
First
awesome.
time ever for Troup High volleyball. We're excited, so congratulations to Coach Dowden and what have you. And we're going to back it over to Jack.
All right, thank you. We're going to go ahead and take our first break. We'll come back lots more. And also, we're going to do some cross-promoting. We'll talk more about that coming up in just a little bit. Right now, you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Calling all area coaches. Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Kia of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness, and we'll be donating a portion of our sales to the Breast Friends for Life Hope for a Day campaign. So stop by and check out our selection of Kias and help support a great cause. It's fall savings times, which means the 16s, they gotta go to make room for the 17s. You can own a 16 Kia Cadenza for as little as $23,500. And you know with prices like these are not gonna last long, come see us today or online at kiaoflagrange.com and help support your local economy.
Price plus tax tag and title. Stock number 19215.
Now back to more Troop Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Oh, bring it back to me, Coleman. I tell you what, we got to get the chemistry down in here tonight, Cal. I'm not used to working with Coleman. I didn't realize the boss is in town, and it's a little tough, Frankie. Hey, we're in the booth. We're doing a little cross promotion here. We got Cal Hires. He calls the color commentating for LaGrange, and I do the color for Troup, and then Jack's over there talking to Michael Buchanan, and it's kind of neat. I was telling Jack coming in Cal that we the both student sections, LaGrange and Troup, the kids came in across the road together carrying their respective flags, kind of in one unison, and then they split up and started yelling. It's kind of neat. They went to the stands. I like that.
Oh yeah, that is really neat. I didn't notice it until you just mentioned it. That's a little sign of friendly rivalry.
That's what it is.
When the kids are outside the stadium, they all get along and have a good chemistry together. Mm-hmm. But whenever they go to their sideline, it's a different story.
Well, and that's the way it should be.
Yeah.
I remember Dewey Lee told me one time, him and Bubba Jeter are real good friends. He said, Bubba, I love you like a brother, but on Friday nights now, it's a different story. And that's the way it ought to be. We get out and we can play it around together, but when we strap it up, hey, let's go after each other. Let's have fun, but let's may the best team win.
Oh, yeah. And, this isn't the first time these kids have played against each other. They played together in the rec league.
That's right.
Growing up, and they've either played against each other or they played with each other, but on Friday night in high school, it's a whole different story. It's bragging rights now.
Well, it's something that that you're going to live with all your life, and historically, LaGrange has obviously had the edge for, I'd say, really more of an edge. Now, the last few years, it's kind of even out. I think Troup and LaGrange have kind of been a little bit more an even keel, but through the years overall, LaGrange has certainly got a good edge on us.
Yeah, well, from 1968 to 2009, LaGrange holds an 18-4 record.
There you go.
But from 2009 to now, Troup has the edge. They're up 4-2 on LaGrange. So it changes.
Kind of like I remember when Auburn and Alabama. I'm an Auburn graduate, and I know there's a lot of Alabama fans up here in the stands. But it was 9 years in a row they beat us when I was a teenager, and then turn around and years later we wound up beating them like 7 in a row. It's like it has a way of doing that. I don't know that we'll ever catch up with LaGrange, but from my perspective, I'm a Troup guy, and my wife's out there, my kids are all out there. I got one junior wrestler out there, and we're hoping that we can kind of even this thing up. But anyway, it's been a good series, and it's really, really good for the community.
And
wow.
And I'm an outsider that moved in. I moved to LaGrange in 1999, and
you've been here long enough now.
In 1999, I was coaching cross country and track, and didn't know the football environment until 2003, whenever I started working with the LaGrange staff. And all that week, I anticipated a big Friday night, but when Friday night got here, I saw just how big this rivalry is and how intense it is, and it sure is a lot of fun.
Well, remember the days when, there's been some times when both Troup and LaGrange are not in the same region, but it's still packed the stands. But there's been times when, just over the last 10 or 12 years, when the teams are both 1 or 2 in the region, or maybe 1, and Troup pulling up third. Uh-huh. And it just, not only were both sides packed, but both end zones was packed, and that was something else. And even tonight, with both teams kind of experiencing different situations right now, it's still a packed house. And they're still coming in on LaGrange side. It's neat to see. Traffic still lined up. That's what we expect to see in a Troup LaGrange game.
Yeah, that's right. Whenever last year I didn't coach football, but I was on the radio show with Bogie Wood doing the Troup County Sports Weekly.
Okay.
And each week Tanner or somebody would come in for Troup County, and they would talk about the difficult situation they were going through, But each week they gave an improvement report.
Right.
And each week they improved, and I think they got the one win last year.
The last game. Yeah.
And he was as thrilled about that win as he was, or as he would have been if they'd won all 10 games. But starting off this year, losing that first game, kind of put things into perspective that you got to work for everything you got.
That's right.
And and look at them now; they've won every game all the way up here, and upset a very good Sandy Creek team. So
as you know, for being a coach all these years, and you just know you got to work hard at it. And I'm glad to say that the Tigers have been working hard, and we'll just have to see what happens tonight. Hey, with that, we're going to take a short break. Nice having Cal Howers over here with us. He's at LaGrange broadcast. You guys catch him on 100.9. We'll be at 96.9, the Troup broadcast. We will be back just a little bit on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Russ Brown, owner of LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, has all the tools and equipment handymen and contractors need in our area. And if you're planning a wedding, party, tailgate, reunion, or corporate event, LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental has you covered. Like them on Facebook and see all the particulars they offer. Plus, they're open Monday through Saturday. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, Greenville Street, LaGrange, next to CVS Pharmacy. Phone 706-882-8665. That's 706-882-8665. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Mormon. I'm joined in the booth by Michael Buchanan. He's the voice of the LaGrange High School Grangers. You'll hear him tonight at 100.9, The Bull. He's been broadcasting from there, and actually we're all under the banner of Eagle Sports now. So actually we have Coleman Weiss of Eagle Sports who is producing for us tonight. So we're really excited. And Michael, great to have you on the Troup broadcast.
Oh, glad to be here. Been doing the LaGrange broadcast since 2003. I actually, believe it or not, worked for Coleman and his father Jim back in 1998 on Eagle 102.3. Glad to be back on this air. And LaGrange Troup, at least since 2003, since I've been doing it, has been just an absolutely blast games back and forth between the two.
They have. I kind of grew up in the 80s with the Troup High School team, played on them, and began broadcasting in the early 90s. And before that, LaGrange and Troup didn't play. They were two separate, not even in the same region. LaGrange went up to Noonan. Troup tended to play the Columbus schools. But now, since really the 2000s, the two teams every year get together. Sometimes we're in the same region, sometimes we're not, but it's always a great rivalry. But especially with these regions together, this becomes such an important game every year.
They do. It's an important game with the regions. I mentioned in the other broadcast in the first scene setter, it seems like every year there's always something. The winner of the game, one goes to the playoffs, one stays at home. Sometimes one goes on the road to the playoffs. The loser goes on the road. The winner plays at home. There was one year where the winner would win the region championship and the loser didn't. So
exactly, it was whether you win or you're out.
Yeah.
And that's happened quite often between these two teams. Actually, since we've had the realignment, the first year of the realignment, the previous realignment, we tended to be 3 and 4, kind of trading back and forth, getting into that first round. But both teams, I think, are looking for some great success tonight. Troup, of course, bouncing back from their 1-9 season last year, and really expecting some big things. They've already had some of those big things. So right now, they're about to do the moment of silence and the national anthem. Michael, I appreciate you joining us here for this broadcast. Good luck to y'all tonight.
Appreciate it. Good luck. Have
All
fun.
Right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we've got lots more here from Callaway Stadium on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Truven Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
When a football team ends up with 12 men on the field, it means somebody forgot to double check. And when you end up paying more for your car insurance than you need, it could also mean somebody forgot to double check. That's why State Farm will do a free discount double check by going through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Because those discounts mean big league savings. It pays to double check. Call your State Farm agent, Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange. Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
The pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band down there with our national anthem. And we're going to check with Greg. He's getting his mic ready. He makes to head down to the field. Greg, you got your ears on down there?
I do, Jack. It's what a festive atmosphere it is, man. I tell you, there's folks all over the place down here.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, it is a great night. The crowds are sitting, and Greg, I'm just looking. Is it my imagination, or is the Troup side filling in quite a bit more than the LaGrange side right now?
I believe you are correct. It looks like there's a little bit more fans on the Troup stands than there are on the LaGrange side. I had conversations with the LaGrange parent earlier tonight, or this morning, and he was concerned. And I said, "Yeah, man, this is Callaway Stadium. You guys are going to pack the stands." And as you know, every year it happens like this. The folks are still piling in. There's traffic still backed up on the, I want to say on the expressway, but on Dallas Street. So, their stands, they'll be piling in here probably midway through the first quarter.
Did I cut myself down? Well, there we are. Tonight, I'm really excited to see all the great togetherness in our community. We have got a couple of churches that have brought their kids together to have some tailgating out there outside the stadium over on the auditorium side. And, Greg, you mentioned it as they came in. They were coming in together in unity, and then they just split there as they came to the stadium to go in their respective sides.
Yeah, we were tailgating out there with the Troup High Touchdown Club, and I looked over and I saw my son and all the Troup students. Well, I saw all the LaGrange students they all marched across right up to the road, and as they come across the road, they all was kind of yelling and with each other in unison, and they wound up splitting their difference going to respective stands, and that was just kind of a neat display of unity and what have you. And, it's just good to see these kids that probably know each other a lot more than we did when we were in school, that we know the LaGrange guys.
Well, you're exactly right. And, again, I was talking with Michael Buchanan on his broadcast over on over on the Bowl. Excuse me, the numbers went away from me there. But they were mentioning how really that these two teams have a lot of really brothers and sisters that are involved in the programs. You've got cousins, you've got people that are very, very close because we're all under the same umbrella as the Troup County school system nowadays.
Well, you're right. I was talking with Hal Hires over on the LaGrange broadcast earlier, and we're talking about cousins and family members and what have you, and brothers. I mean, even you probably wouldn't have to look too far to see, a brother and sister. I knew Callaway and Troup. We had a situation a few years ago where the sister came over to Troup High, and he stayed at Callaway. But that happens infrequently, but you never know. It may be the case. But at any rate, a lot of these kids, they hang out on the weekends together. They do things, and It's not. I don't think it really it's like it was 30, 40 years ago.
No, again, and some people have kind of joked about that at the pro level. You got LeBron James and Carmelo Anthony and guys from other teams in the NBA going out and riding a banana boat and having fun and playing around with each other. That kind of old-fashioned hate that we're kind of used to in football down here in the South is not the same way anymore. Maybe except for in college football.
Yeah. Auburn, Alabama, Georgia, Auburn.
Maybe a little bit of
that.
But,
we talk about that. Hey, look at Rosemont Baptist Church. We're all how many kids from LaGrange High School comes out to Rosemont Baptist Church? 20 years ago, you didn't really see that. But there's a lot of LaGrangers out at Rosemont Baptist Church. So that's a good thing.
And there's a lot of Troup kids that go to First Baptist. So it works out both ways. We'll take a more non-denominational tact as we come back. We're going to take another break now. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Well, there we are. Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football. Jack Mormon, Greg Hicks live here on Eagle Radio. We're glad that you're here with us tonight as we do have the big ball game between the Troup High School Tigers and the LaGrange High School Grangers. And Greg, as I look down there's some passionate young people getting excited about this ball game.
Well, it's funny. The student section through the years, LaGrange has always had a good student section.
Yes,
whether it be football or, basketball or what have you. And the Tigers, we've kind of found ourselves over the last few years, and wow, I just love to see what I'm seeing now. And over the last 2 or 3 years, the Tigers student section has really grown in numbers, and the festive atmosphere, and of course new principal Dennis Chip Metters has done a fabulous job over at the high school, kind of bringing in unity. And this year in particular, he's got so much going on, and the kids are out supporting not only just football, but they're expected to go support volleyball. And let me say once again, the volleyball team went 3-0 last night, and they're going to the Sweet 16, so congratulations to them. So a lot of positive things academically and athletically are happening at Troup High School.
Yes, they are. You're exactly right. And also, of course, in their feeder school over there with Chip Giles. You have to be named Chip to be a principal in this zone.
That's right.
Chip Giles and Chip Metters between the two schools. My wife actually works out there at Long Cane. They do a tremendous job, and I know that they're excited about this ball game. One of the things they're doing, Greg, between the schools is they're also reaching down. They're bringing some of these kids up to play at the JV level. They're getting them in the band, getting them a chance to get out on the field, get up in the stands, to feel that energy as being a part of the high school team. So there's so much that's going on. Things that, again, you've now kind of talked about it, weren't available when we were younger.
You're right. Heck, when we were younger, it was called junior high school, and we just wanted to go to where we're going to make it to high school. Well, we did make it, and, but now you're right. The football program really, Glisson's working with the new head coach Pike down there, and along with Chip Giles, trying to get their program to emulate what Troup's doing. And that's really what you need to do. You're talking about a feeder school. You're talking about building a good foundational football program. You need to have that kind of results at the middle school where they support your run game and what have you, and your passing game and your scheme, if you will. So, and I think that's what Long Cane's middle school is starting to buy into. Let's
preview this game a little bit, Greg, while we keep it here. We'll have the captains coming out on the field in just a few minutes. LaGrange, they've had a pretty tough season so far, 2-5 overall. They fell last week to the Purple Hurricanes of Cartersville, but then a lot of folks fall to the Purple Hurricanes of Cartersville.
Well, I had the opportunity to go up last week to watch Cartersville and LaGrange, and I'll be honest with you, you understand real quickly why the Purple Hurricanes are last year's state champion and why they beat Buford. And anytime you beat Buford, you think, wow, the University of Buford. But I tell you what, not only are they big interior linemen, they've got great athletes, and they've got the #1 rated passing quarterback in the country in Trevor Lawrence, which we will see the last game of the season. And LaGrange saw a lot of him last week. Not only can the kid pass, but wow, can he run. He ran a couple of naked boots from about 55 yards out down the hash marks, and nobody caught him. He dove into the corner of the end zone one time. It's like this kid not only is athletic, I mean, he can drop back in a pocket, but he can also run the football. He's very athletic. So kudos to him, and he's only a junior.
Down the field, Greg, you're down there with him. Elijah Kelly, a Troup High School alum and really international star of stage, film, and screen. Down there getting ready to, they're going to be announcing the winner of the Harvest Cup, I think they call it.
That's right. You know, an interesting note about, and it looks like the Tigers got the Harvest Cup back this year.
All right.
21,000 cans to 4,000 cans.
Wow. I wonder if we bought any of those at Walmart. Frankie Holmes up here in the booth, he liked that little comment there.
You know, a little note about Elijah Kelly that some of you guys may not know, especially some of you younger kids listening, if you're out there listening to us. You know, Elijah was the Tiger mascot when he was in school.
Yep.
And little did we know that he would be famous actor in Hollywood, baby.
You know, that's exciting for him to think just one day walk around as the mascot, and now he's up there holding the cup high over his head, and a huge Tiger crowd over here cheering him on. Let's take a quick break. We come back. We'll preview this game a little more, get your captains. We'll get everything ready to go right here on Eagle Sports.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See, mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
Calling all area coaches. Calling all area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. Right now, Greg's down the field getting ready for the captains to be announced. Cam Russell, along with Chance Hill, and, of course, our quarterback, number 15, Montez Crow, are the captains for the Troup High School Tigers down there. They're about to come across. I'm going to get my binoculars out. Actually, hey, Greg, I'm excited. I actually found my good binoculars that I used to use in a closet at my house. I'm super excited to actually see what's going on the field tonight. Greg,
they're laughing at me. I'm dancing down here, and they're laughing.
Well, have you seen yourself dance?
I have.
It is a funny thing.
Well, we're out here at midfield waiting the captains coming to meet.
Bo Russell is one of the captains down there, along with number 72, Corey Detusi. And let's see, I'll try to get those other guys in just a second, but we'll go down to Greg, who's going to have the coin toss, and we'll get things going down there.
That's Billy Osborne. He'll be the umpire. Make sure your players stay properly equipped throughout the game, and make sure y'all have good sportsmanship throughout the game. Y'all captains are responsible for controlling your own players and controlling your coaches too, guys, okay? All right. Heads. Tails. Heads. You're the visiting team. What are you going to call before I flip it? He's going to call that heads. If I drop it, I'll flip it again. He called. It's a heads. You want to defer to the second half. Blue. Defer.
So LaGrange has won the toss and decided to defer, so the Tigers will open up on offense, guys.
That's an exciting way for us to start. Montez actually got three of the guys that will be leading that offensive charge down the field between Montez, Cam, and Chance Hill. So it's going to be an exciting night. Greg, let's keep it here right quick. Let's kind of preview what we're expecting. I was thinking a lot about this during the week. What are the kind of keys to this ball game? And, of course, I think it's very simple for the Troup defense. They've got to contain LaPerry Perry.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right. That's, we talked last week, Perry played all four quarters at Cartersville, and he was really the key that lifted these Grangers. And, let's go back to last year. Single-handedly, and I keep making that reference. Granted, he had to have an entire team behind him. But he's the one that made
things. Yep.
He's the one that made the difference last year against Tigers. We had him second and 9. He'd get 15. 3rd and 8, he'd get 12. And we just couldn't contain him. So that's going to be key to us this year. And we, Joko Willis and Akeem Makuta have to be alert. Play containment on the outside. Do not let him get inside. Turn him back inside if he's going to scramble. And we've got to have guys like Jared Lane and Thornton and Khalif Thornton, along with Gabe. I'm trying to think of Gabe's last name, but they got to get in there and put pressure on him as he's scrambling. If we can put pressure on him, that'll nullify a lot of that activity outside.
Let me mention that defense real quick. You mentioned defensive end number 24, King Makuta. On the other side is number 52, Quentin Kersey. At nose guard is Jared Lane, really running that three-man front. Joko Willis, number 25, and number 11, Kevin Martin are your interior linebackers. On the outside linebackers, number 20, Nick Ligon, number 31, Dietrich Tucker. At the corners, number 14, Kobe Hudson, and number 7, Ken Truitt. And then your free safety, number 4, Jack Schweitzer, and number 6, Macente Stafford. Over on the offensive side starting tonight, you've got at center Seth Adams, number 58. His left guard is number 55, Keyshawn Cameron, and the left tackle, number 51, Ethan Smith. At right guard, number 62, Brandon Turner. At right tackle, number 50, Brandon Barrington. At the running back, number 8, Cam Russell, along with the fullback, number 34, Dre Flaghill, also line up in that wing set. Your wide receivers, number 7, Ken Truitt, number 6, Macente Stafford, number 17, Chance Hill, and your quarterback, number 15, Montez Crow. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station. When we come back, we got kickoff live here from Callaway Stadium. Troup versus LaGrange on Eagle Sports.
Russ Brown, owner of LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, has all the tools and equipment handymen and contractors need in our area. And if you're planning a wedding, party, tailgate, reunion, or corporate event, LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental has you covered. Like them on Facebook and see all the particulars they offer. Plus, they're open Monday through Saturday. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, Greenville Street, LaGrange, next to CVS Pharmacy. Phone 706-882-8665. That's 706-882-8665. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger Football live here from Callaway Stadium. We are excited to bring you this ball game. Again, our thanks to Michael Buchanan and Cal Hires from over on the LaGrange broadcast for joining us in the pregame show. That was a really neat thing. Also, I had a chance to talk. Our sheriff is going to join us at halftime as well. So lots to look forward to. But right now, it's all about the football game. Down the field, the Grangers will be kicking off to the Troup High School Tigers tonight. The kicker for LaGrange is number 82. I'll get you his name in just a second. Matt Rainey. He'll be kicking off, sophomore. Ball rests on the 40-yard line. And here we go. Let's get this thing kicked off. Steps up, gets the kick. High kick. It's going to stay in bounds at the 10. Actually, it's going to be whistled dead. They may have jumped off sides.
I believe they did, Jack. And evidently the Tigers obviously scouting them well because they realized that about the 10-yard line is all they're going to get a kick down to. And that's in fact, Ken Truitt picked the ball up on about the 12-yard line and was moving forward. So they'll probably move up to about 16 or 17 to take this kick.
That's a great place to start. I mean, you just take a few steps, you're already got to the 20, and it's all gravy from there. So that's exactly what happened. They'll back up. And again, the kicker, number 82, Matt Rainey. He'll be back ready to kick it off again. Although now the ball rests on the 35, so 5 yards positive for the Tigers already. Both crowds getting excited. Here we go. He steps up, gets the kickoff. Going to be taken at about the 14. He's up to the 20. Cuts back in the middle of the field to the 30. Still on his feet to the 35, and that's where we'll go down. And the Tigers will take it 1st and 10.
Looks like we'll have a block in the back on Brandon Turner. Yeah. And number 24 gets up. I didn't know if maybe he might have a little penalty thrown, but that'll nullify that. So he was tackled, Jack, at about the 36-yard line? Yep. They're going to bring it back to about the 19 or about the 21 more than likely. And that's one of the things that Brandon Turner, he's been around long enough. He knows what he's doing. He shouldn't have done that. But, hey, you know what? We'll just have to start it off on offense and make some good blocks. He's got to redeem himself.
Well, something that Coach Glisson talked about during the week is, as I had a chance to see him, is we can't get overconfident, can't get cocky. We know that LaGrange has struggled this season, but the last thing you want to see is these guys, you want them high. You want them feeling strong, but not coming in thinking that the LaGrange Rangers are going to roll over on anybody.
No, and that's one of the things that we talked about is Tanner Glisson and I earlier this week in that, historically the Tigers this year have been playing pretty mistake-free.
Crow going to run the option, keep it as he goes up the middle. He's going to get across the 25 to about the 27-yard line. A gain of 7. Good decision by the quarterback.
Another run pass option. He had an opportunity. He's going down the line. He saw that Cam Russell was extremely covered. He cut it up behind Keyshawn Cameron and Seth Adams, and was able to pick up 6 strong yards. It'll be 2nd and 4. Actually, we call it 7. It's 2nd and 3.
Just starting this ball game, Troup High School Tigers taking on LaGrange High School Grangers. Crow calls for it. Rolls to his right. He's going to pass the ball. Looking downfield. He's got a man open back there. The Grangers go up and knock it down. Knock it down at about the 43-yard line. So actually good double coverage back there for the LaGrange High School Grangers.
One of the things their free safety had come across, and Montez is looking back at the coach knowing that perhaps he shouldn't have thrown that. One of the things that I thought about is that, historically the Tigers have tried to go for the long ball first, and I thought, well, maybe we're just going to run our offense. And so let's see what happens. They tried it. It was 2nd and short, which is a good time to go for home run. So now it's 3rd down and 3 for the Tigers.
Number 9, Rico Dunn back there in coverage for LaGrange High School Grangers, 6'3". He's a tall young man.
All right, it'll be 3rd down and 8 as Keyshawn Cameron flinched a little bit, so he'll back him up a little bit. You can see, guys.
Already 2 penalties on the Tigers.
Well, I was going to say, you can see the energy surrounding this game, the excitement. These guys, the Tigers had a week off last week, so they've got the adrenaline flowing, and with not only that, but just the excitement of the game. So they just got to settle it down, take a deep breath, and just run their offense. So that'll make it 3rd down and 8 for the Tigers.
Going from the 23-yard line. They'll break the huddle. They'll bring Chance Hill along with Kobe Hudson over to this near side. They're going to stack twins over on this near side. Split a man wide out to the far side. Crow calls for it. Has a man in motion. Fakes the handoff. Backs up the pass. Throws it, is hit as he releases. He's got a man there. The Grangers pop up, and they knock it down again. They are reading us very well in the secondary, Greg.
Well, yeah, they've done a good job at scouting, that's for sure. Montez, he'll see that as he goes, and he'll see that he won't make that mistake again. He's done thrown 2, not necessarily in tight coverage. The first one was in tight coverage. The second one, it just floated up there a little bit too long, allowing the free safety to get a chance to come over.
They had a lot of air under it, that's for sure.
So the Tigers are looking at 4th down just on the 23-yard line. Carson Rayford stands on his 10-yard line. So we're looking for a good kick out of Rayford at this time.
They've got man deep back at about they've scattered Rayford to it back at about the 36-yard line.
Looks like LaGrange will call a timeout. Maybe they thought something or didn't like what they saw on Troup's offense.
They take a timeout. We take one as well. 30 seconds back to the station. No score. 11:09 left to go in the first quarter of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Key of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness, and we'll be donating a portion of our sales to the Breast Friends for Life Hope for a Day campaign. So stop by and check out our selection of Kias and help support a great cause. It's fall savings times, which means the 16s, they gotta go to make room for the 17s. You can own a 16 Kia Cadenza for as little as $23,500. And with prices like these are not gonna last long, come see us today or online at keyoflagrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax tag and title. Stock number 19215.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Here comes LaGrange. They're lined up. Most of their guys on the line looks like they're coming after us. High snap. You step up, get the kick off, and they hit our kicker. They're going to call it incidental. Ball takes a great Tiger roll inside the 25. Wow, look at it go down there to the 23-yard line, and that's where the Grangers will have it 1st and 10.
Good job by Rayford in that it was quick because they came after it, and he was able to take one step and kick it. It hit on about the 42-yard line, I think, and it rolled about 16, 17 more yards. So that'll spot the ball on the 23-yard line. So great swap of field by Carson Rayford, the punter.
Greg, the only thing I can think of is that they wanted to get a punt block on. That may have been why they called the timeout, because they did bring everybody. But good job by the upbacks blocking. They got a little bit of contact with our kicker, but he did a great job of getting it off and giving a great field position for the Tigers as they've got the, you mentioned it just then, flip the field. The ball now rests on the 23.
One of the things that you got to be kind of, as you're a Tiger fan, if LaGrange ever brings out any trick plays, it's always during the Troup LaGrange game.
Oh, yes.
So we've seen it through the years. They may not see it all year long, but when this game comes about, they'll definitely come up with one.
They snap it to Perry, the quarterback, and he's going to get up the field. He spins down, goes down across the 30 to the 32-yard line. That was LaPerion Perry, and he's wearing number 28 tonight. A little different jersey for him.
I was going to say, do they have a new quarterback? And and wonder why he changed his jersey number.
Maybe Miles Johnson decided he wanted a lower number. I don't know. That's who I had on my sheet here. So hopefully we'll get that right in just a minute. But then it's Perry back there at the quarterback. They don't huddle. They look to the sideline. They'll put a man wide to the left side, one wide to this near side. They bunch up in the backfield. Perry will go under center this time. Step back. A little trap play inside, and we can read it very well. Going to bring down the number 11, the running back that time, Ahmad Ogletree, who played quarterback a lot earlier in the season. He'll go down, gain of about 1. They'll get third down and 1, I think.
Quentin Kersey in on a stop along with Macente Stafford from his safety position. King Makuta, Joko Willis, all in there, but the initial contact made by Q Kersey.
They'll split Bo Russell wide to this near side. They'll have Jamari Thrash wide to this near side. Perry looks under his arm, comes under center, hands the ball off. They're going to get the first down across the 40-yard line. And this time the ball carrier is number 4, Cornell Kendrick.
Good job by Macenta Stafford, just coming in, crashing in from his safety position. Third down and 1, kind of a tight bunch formation defensively, bring most everybody into the box. And, the Tigers had a slant going on, kind of missed that short fullback stunt that time.
Perry back under center. Takes the snap, comes down the line, hands the ball off to his fullback, who's going to be tackled there. This time it was number 11, Ahmad Ogletree.
One of the things, typical Troup LaGrange game, you got a little mouthing going on between the players as the play stopped, and a couple of pushing. I see the back judge, the side judge, coming over talking to the wideout number 5 for LaGrange because he had double fisted into Kobe Hudson's chest, and so he had that little conversation with him. Have fun, but watch the contact after whistle.
Kendrick will go into a slot set to the far side. They'll bring Bo Russell over here. They're going to the shotgun, and Perry will be standing behind his center. He'll grow to his left, takes a little hop step, still trying to find his way to the outside. He's going to try to get there. We're going to knock him out of bounds right at the 40. He may have lost yardage, Greg.
That's what we talked about, Jack. Kelvin Martin, along with Gabe Hubbard, just moved him out of bounds, and, of course, Ken Truitt helped him run him out of bounds as well. That's what you got to do. You got to work. When the ball's in his hand, it's going to be in his hand every play. You got to be there. It's huge for the Tigers now at 3rd and 10. Plays like this last year, Jack, as I just said, he would wind up hurting us on 3rd and long, not with his arm, but with his feet.
Play clock ticks down to 15 seconds. Rangers move around, trying to get their play in. Russell to this near side. Thrash in the slot set to this near side. They throw the ball a lot out of this. Perry will take it. He'll roll out this near side. Looking, throws it downfield. Has a man who catches the ball at the 50. And that's going to be Bo Russell. He's hurt a lot of folks this year. He had exactly what he needed for the first down.
He little bit soft coverage by Kobe Hudson. Could have been a little bit tighter. And Kobe knows next time Coach Alba's telling, man, you got to tighten up on something like this. You don't let the kid behind you, but don't let him also a little down. And he ran out. He ran his route perfectly, 12 yards and out, first down. And Hudson's going to say that ain't happening again.
First down of the night goes to the LaGrange High School Grangers. Perry under center, runs the option down the line, hands it off to Ogletree, who's going to try to get out, and he's going to be backed up across the 50. Let's see where they mark it. Do they give? No, they don't give him the forward progression.
All right, so we've got
a late flag.
Yeah, as I said earlier, it was Russell hitting Kobe earlier. Now it's number 8 for the Grangers. And who delivered first, but both of them were delivered and maybe offsetting penalties, and they'll probably come over and talk to the coaches.
Well, that's Jamari Thrash is the wideout that is back there. Let's see who they're talking to the Grangers, so this looks like it may be against the Tigers. And that's exactly it. Greg, so often I tell kids this at my school at Hollis Sand, it's not always the first one that hits, it's the second one that gets in trouble, because that's what gets people see.
Yeah, that's a good point. Don't retaliate, right?
Yep, because that's just going to get you in more trouble. Coach Glisson trying to get a word in with the side judge down here. Still having a conversation, and he'll do that the entire ball game. It's LaGrange with the second first down of the night off of a penalty. Perry will come down the line. He'll keep it. He'll bounce outside, makes a man miss, back up the field. We're going to get hold of him. It's going to be number 25, Joko Willis. That's going to bring him down after a gain of 4.
And Kevin Martin had him for a 2-yard loss, but he is so shifty. He, as in
very elusive.
Perry, and he just broke tackle and picked up 5 yards, and we had him for a yard loss. So that's what I'm talking about. The kid is phenomenal. Since he's come back, LaGrange is a different ball team, and so he's a difference maker for sure.
7:36 left to go in the first quarter play. No score. Rangers have driven across the 50. The ball rests now at about the 31-yard line. They're in Tiger territory, and LePerion Perry, the quarterback, back under center. Takes a snap down the line. He's hit, but hands the ball. No gain at all on that play.
Maybe a fumble. Tigers have a football.
They've blown the whistle, but it looks like the Tigers. You're right, Greg. The Tigers pick it up, and will get it. A huge play to start this ball game.
Kobe Hudson coming off the field. They're all talking to him, getting his head right. He recovered that fumble after he got caught retaliating with a personal foul. So the good break for the Tigers as LaGrange was on their way down the field, inch by inch. No help from the Tigers, with a little help with some personal fouls. But now offense, let's see what Montez can do if they decide to pass this time.
So Kobe Hudson, along with Chance, he'll be wide to this near side. We'll send Ken Truitt wide to the far side. Crow calls for it. Going to hand the ball off. We'll get about 2, maybe 3 out of that. Brings up second down.
He actually tripped over Seth Adams' ankle. Seth was blocking. Cam made a cut and had some opening off tackle. He moves up inside. He grabs 2, but when he makes his cut, he trips over Seth's ankle. It'll be second down and 8 as the ball rests on the 32-yard line for the Tigers.
So second down to about 8 to go for the first down. We'll send trips to this near side. Not a formation the Tigers have run a lot this year. It'll be Hudson the farthest out on this near side. Crow takes it. Going to pass across the middle real quick. Complete across the 36-yard line. A few more yards down the field. But it's going to bring up third down and about 3.
Just a little inside, got a skinny post, if you will, or inside post. Picks up 3. Actually, they're going to give him about 5 yards. It'll be third down and 3 for the Tigers. Again, big play for the Tigers is they would love to get a first down, kind of get that monkey off their chest at first, off their back at the first series or the second series now in the first quarter, and continue this drive.
Tigers break the huddle. 4-man front for LaGrange. Jonathan Lajabutu, who goes both ways. He'll be on there almost the whole game to this near side on defense for LaGrange. Crow takes it, fakes the handoff, pass it across the middle, complete at the 45 to the 50, across the 50 down to the 46-yard line.
I look at Bridwell lined up about a yard outside the tackle in a tight end position. He was on the line. Nobody covered him up, and you could see it as soon as Montez grabbed the ball. I watched Bridwell go down about 8 yards, did a little hook. Boom, first down Tigers.
Kinley Bridwell, haven't called his name much this season. They're watching our main receiver so much, he finds a way to get across, gets across the 50, and a big first down for the Tigers.
He only was cleared to play 3 weeks ago as he had a broken leg to start the season.
Well, he made his presence known tonight already. We'll roll Cam Russell over this near side, and that play will be whistled dead.
We're going to have false illegal motion.
On the Tigers again.
A little help from number 9 for LaGrange. He may grow up to be an official, that's for sure.
So that's 3 penalties on the Tigers so far for about 20 yards. And again, we get a good movement. We get across the 50. Moving well. Now it's 1st and 15 for the Tigers. And Greg, they've got some interesting sheets they're holding up to give the play call from the sideline tonight.
Well, one of the things, when we went up last week, coaches pick up on other coaches' signals.
Little cross buck in the middle. Great job by Cam Russell. Gets across the 50. They're going to drag him down as he gets to the 46-yard line. He'll get back about 6 yards. It'll bring up second down.
Yeah, going back to what I was saying, a lot of these coaches, they pick up on tendencies. We were in an end zone at Cartersville last week, and we noticed some of the LaGrange coaches' tendencies on certain down and distance situations. And in a game like this, the Tigers are trying to get their season, get into the playoffs, and it's big, and they don't want to give anybody any unfair advantage. So if you got to cover them up, you cover them up.
Yep. So we go, Crow. Once again, he'll have Trey Flag in the wing position to this near side. Twins to the top. Takes the snap, turns, fakes the handoff, throws across the middle, complete at the 40, across to the 35 for a first down to the 33.
Like he had Chance Hill coming in on a post route. He did, and was able to. Actually, Ken Truitt from the offside took a step, cut it inside. Nice little timing route. That'll pick up about 15 for the Tigers. Ball down on the LaGrange 32-yard line as the Tigers seem to have something going on now, Jack.
Got a nice drive working. Ken, just 5'11", 180 pounds, does a great job of bringing that ball in. Had a nice little pocket there as he caught it, and another big first down for the Tigers. We're at 4:11 left to go in the first quarter. No score. The Tigers now driving. Trips again to this near side. Crow will call for it from the shotgun position. Russell in the backfield with him. And Russell will not get the call. I thought he was. Instead, it's Montez Crow. He's going to go down inside the 25, down to about the 20-yard line.
You know, one of the things that LaGrange hasn't seen from us all year is that quarterback keeper, is where he just has an opportunity to hand it off or to bring it back in. And Montez Crow took advantage of it that time. It's right up the seam route, that one. Picked up about 14 yards.
Another first down. We began this back around the 30-yard line, so great job by the Tigers to continue this drive, but we need to be mistake-free. We don't need another mistake.
Well, hopefully that first series and maybe the first two plays of this series, we've got our mistakes out of us, because kind of jinxed us for that first series, guys.
Crow calls for it. Hands the ball off. A nice hold in front of him. Cam bounces to the outside. Gets across the 20 to the 15, 10, 5. Knocked out of bounds at the 2.
What a heck of a block by Bridwell here on number 9 for the Grangers. Totally wasn't watching what he's doing. Like to knock him in the next county.
So the Tigers now first and goal.
Inside the 5. The ball will go out to 4. What a good job by Cam Russell. He hits the sidelines, jukes the 2 players, and just outruns the Grangers. And the free safety comes over and knocks him out of bounds at the 4-yard line. First down, Tigers and goal from the 4-yard line.
Love the way this offense is clicking right now. Crow will go back under center. Takes it, turns. Hands the ball off to Russell. Russell driving. Gets down to the 1-yard line, maybe the 2. But they back him up.
He down to the 1-yard line, hit a brick wall with about 4 LaGrange players on the 1-yard line. Just couldn't break through that. But nice, hard run. And Cam's been bothered by hurt growing for the last 2 weeks. And it's good that we had a week off, but you couldn't tell it tonight. But the more he runs the ball, that's a sensitive injury, and you got to always know that there's a risk of re-injuring that. So here we go, second down and goal to go.
Crow under center, I formation behind him, and we got not movement in the line again.
We're going to have looks like I want to say Macenta Stafford here put his hand down and picked it back up, and Macenta's so used to being in a stand-up position. My man Austin Carter come to see us. He's so used to being in a stand-up position, so he put his hands down on the grass or the turf and picked it back up and moved his butt back, and they threw a flag. So back it back up 5. It'll be second and goal from the 6.
So 25 yards against the Tigers in penalties so far. 5 penalties for them in this first quarter of play. We're down at 2:40, 2:39 now with no score. Tigers break the huddle. Ball rests on the 6 now. So here we go, second and goal from the 6. Crow under center, turns, toss sweep. It's going to be Russell. Trying to get to the outside, cuts back at the 5, down to the 1.
Touchdown, Tigers.
Touchdown, Tigers!
What a great job Cam Russell. Took an awkward pitch from Montez Crow. We've got an injured player down, looks like Keyshawn Cameron. Took an awkward pitch, was able to, as Crow was falling down, Cameron took the ball and went out to the right, cut it back inside through about 6 Grangers. Just totally missed his tackle. Met a Granger on the goal line and ran over him for the touchdown. Troup Tigers.
2:18.
Sean Cameron will be coming off the field. I don't know. I'll try to get a report, guys. He was crawling across the ground, but it looks like he's okay now.
A little stinger or something like that, possibly.
Colby Harry will be his replacement. Colby being a sophomore tackle, working his way up to the varsity ranks.
Here we go. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. With 2:18 left to go in the first quarter play, the Tigers strike first, 7-0 right here on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics, well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. A couple of other scores for you. Cartersville right now and Sandy Creek. That's going to be a heck of a ball game tonight. Cartersville leading 7-0 over Sandy Creek. We'll have the score from Chapel Hill and Central. Also LaGrange Troup. You're listening to that game right here. But right now we're leading. The Troup High School Tigers are leading 7-0.
Just a little note, they're also playing at Sandy Creek.
So they have the Creek going on. There's the kick. Line drive. Man, this thing's flying out of here. Goes into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20. That's where the Grangers will have it, 1st and 10.
You know, on that previous series, it just took the Tigers a little bit of time. You know, we had 2 or 3, at least 2, possibly 3 illegal motion penalties. We were kind of in a hurry to get there. You know, we had to start the drive, Jack. If you remember, we had a personal foul block in the back that set us back 15. So, you know, with that drive, guys, we had to overcome at least 4 penalties to get in the end zone.
5 on the game so far for about 30 yards.
Well, I was just going to say, think about that. We had to add 20 yards to that drive just to get to the end zone.
Yep. So LaGrange with their second time with the ball tonight. Perry will stand back. He'll fake the pass, and he'll run upfield. He's so elusive. 3 or 4 guys trying to get him down, but we finally do, and this time it's Joko Willis that brings him down.
Well, they had a bunch formation out here on the right where we had not just 3 wideouts, but 4 in a little diamond shape, a little formation that the Tigers hadn't seen. Of course, the Tigers threw a couple of formations that the Grangers hadn't seen either, but Perry just simply took it right up the middle, a la Montez Crow earlier, so that'll gain 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3. Again, the Tigers doing a good job on the outside, with the exception of that one Bo Russell first down pass. They're kind of playing tight coverages. You see Coach Mike Alba's got them moved up in their defensive coverage.
7 seconds left to go on the play clock. LaGrange's not set yet. Now they finally get ready. They take the snap, turn, fake the pass, got some pressure. It's going to be flushed out. Throws it way down the field. It's a jump ball, and it's going to fall incomplete.
He was under a tremendous pressure from Jared Lane. Jared I thought he was tackled in the backfield, got hailed a little bit, but Jared, he stays after it. He gets up and he still chases Perry, jumps up in his face, and I don't know that he didn't touch the ball, at least made the trajectory go away. There was a ton of air under that ball, Jack.
There sure was. One of the things Coach Alba's doing too, Greg, is he's rolling some fresh guys out on the field. He's got some situational things he's calling as his 3rd down and about 3 for LaGrange.
That's one of the things, Glisson does and Coach Alba does. They keep fresh legs in there for the defense as well. Yep. You know, you've got Gabe Hubbard in the ball game now. He's
Khalif Thornton just come in.
He's the tallest guy on the defensive line, number 67. He stands at about 6'2", only a sophomore, got plenty of room to grow. I think his dad stood up about 6'4", 6'5".
Perry will go under center this time. Checks his line. Takes the snap, coming down the line, running the option. Going to try to get to the corner. And we're going to knock him out of bounds. He did not get the first down. You're right.
No, he will not make it. Perry's coming over talking to number 4, saying you missed your block. But I promise you, I got about 11 white shirts over here. He can't fuss at him. He couldn't block all 11, that's for sure. So excellent coverage flying to the football by the Tigers that time. It'll bring up 4th down and 6 as they lost yardage that one.
They lost about 4 yards on that play, Greg. You're exactly right. So now instead of looking at a 1st down, they're going to have to punt the ball away for the first time tonight. So a fumble and now a punt is how LaGrange's offense is going.
And we really hadn't seen them punt, so we really don't know what they're capable of doing punt-wise.
There's a snap. Steps up, just a quick
short
kick.
Punt.
Very short. Get away from it, Tigers. It's going to hit down at the 40. And, wow, that's only about a 10-yard, I guess maybe a 15-yard punt.
Yeah, that'll be about a 10-yard punt. Coach Glisson's turning over the fans saying, get him up! Get him up, he says. Exciting, great field position for the Tigers there. They'll start in Granger territory at the 42-yard line, guys.
Wow, that's not where you want to be, especially for this high-powered Tiger offense, who just seems to be finding, they're just lining up. Let's bring somebody new in each time. Let's make something special happen. And I tell you who really, I think, wants something special. He's already got a fumble. Kobe Hudson clapping his hands together. Single coverage on him, man coverage on this near side. Crow takes it. Going to hand the ball off. We get across the 40. Good job by that front line on this left side, getting down to the 37-yard line.
He'll pick up about 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down and 6 as Cameron Russell follows Ethan Short right off tackle, and Ethan getting a nice block, just driving his man down the field. And Cameron loves to follow big blocks like that. I see Keyshawn Cameron back in the ball game there at left guard, so whatever was ailing him, he's gotten over it.
Actually to the 38, so 2nd and 6. Crow takes the shotgun snap, fakes the handoff, caught. Great job of climbing the ladder by Chance Hill. Chance Hill got the ball and then didn't go down, fought and got the first down to the 30.
One of the outside linebacker had coverage right there on Chance Hill. Chance, again, on that little skinny post, just short side post, comes in, takes the ball, grabs it at about the 8-yard mark, and LaGrange tackler threw him toward the first down, over the first down yardage. So we're looking at 1st down and 10. Tigers ball, the nose of the ball sitting on the 30-yard line of LaGrange.
Greg, I'm watching our guys that are covering the coaches. He's calling the plays on the Tiger sideline. I think that's the job you and I would have had on the sideline in the ball game.
Coach Glisson's called a timeout because he looked real quick. He called a timeout with 4 seconds left on the play clock. Just one of those things. The ball was set, took a lot of time, had to call a timeout.
Timeout taken. They take a timeout. We take one as well. Tigers leading 7-0 with 8 seconds left to go. The first quarter of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. 8 seconds left to go in this first quarter play. Tigers leading 7-0. Gone back and forth between the two. LaGrange, the Tigers had to punt the ball. LaGrange got the ball back and fumbled. The Tigers got the ball and we were able to score. LaGrange, they punted the ball away, and now the Tigers are having it and they're driving. We're back first down at the 30-yard line. Crow going to toss it to the left side to Russell. Russell to the 30. Got some running room ahead of him. To the 20. Goes out of bounds at the 19-yard line. A little bit of a late hit there. No flag.
No, actually, Jack, it was an excellent run by Cam Russell, and he had
another first down.
Pardon me?
Another first down.
Yes, he's had 2 Grangers. One went low, one went high, and if you can see the film, Cam slid right between them. And he had to dive out of bounds.
They hit each other.
I know it looked tough from up top, but it was kind of a neat little play. He slid right between them for a first down. Ball's resting on the 18-yard line, guys. It looks like that's the end of the first quarter.
That's the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is your score. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger football right here on Eagle Sports.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Fresh 12 minutes left on the clock for the first half of play. 7-0 is your score. The Tigers have the ball, and now they're driving. Ball rests right over the 20 at the 19. Crow calls for it. Fakes the handoff, throws it just a little light pass across the middle. Did he catch it?
I think he hit the ground, but they may be calling pass interference as well.
Kobe caught it.
It's hard for me to tell. From my angle, because I was still walking up with the play. But at the worst case is his pass interference to be a first down. Best case, he caught the ball as a first down. And it looked good, too.
It looked really good as he dived across there.
They've got the ball marked on the 7-yard line, and all he needed to do is get to the 8, so it would be a first down, but let's see what the white cap's going to say.
They're having a conversation down there. He'll step up. Pass interference against LaGrange. Declined. Still a first down inside, I think, Greg, you said at the 7.
At the 7-yard line, so it'll be first and goal from the 7 for the Tigers. Looks like the Tigers getting settled in with their offense now. You know, and this drive started on a short field as a very poor punt by LaGrange set the Tigers up on the 42-yard line of the Grangers.
That play actually scared me a little bit. It was just not a lot of velocity on that pass across the middle. Crow calls for it, takes it, fakes it to Cam. He's gonna be hit from behind, throws it. Wow, you gotta throw a flag there. Come on.
Wow!
He tackled him in the end zone.
Well, it may be incidental contact as Chance had the outside, and I dare say that would have been 6. But the way the back judge, the side judge is going to see it, that it was incidental contact, and it was a gut call, probably a little farther away from the ball than they thought could have been caught. But I believe if he hadn't been touched, he might have been looking at 6 points, guys.
Well, credit Montez for getting the ball off because he was hit right as he released the ball.
Thank you for saying that because Montez stood in the pocket. Now Coach Glissen's arguing the point that Chance was grabbed by the jersey when he was going. Now we're going to call illegal procedure against the Tigers. And I don't know if he's going to call it on Coach Glissen or for some reason the Tigers didn't get back across the ball to set up the play.
So the 6th penalty so far for the Tigers tonight. And we'll wait to see what happens. They'll, again, as you mentioned, they back it up. The ball now rests on the 12-yard line. So first and goal from the 12. Well, that just makes the drama all the more powerful. So the ball, as we mentioned, rests on the 12. Now the Tigers will break the huddle. They'll send Chance Hill out wide to the right, along with Ken Truitt. They'll throw it across the middle, and there's
again.
They're going to finally throw the flag this time as they knock down a receiver back at about the 2.
Again, Kobe Hudson had man-on-man on the short side of the field as the ball was sitting on the right side hash marks as we're heading south in the right direction. And had him a little short pass and just floated out there and sure enough got caught up and tripped. And I don't know if that's going to be a 5-yard penalty or automatic first down or what. Let's see what happens. Yep, it'll be first down for the Tigers.
First and goal now from right outside the 5.
6.5. Yep. Maybe the ball's on the nose of the ball's on the 6-yard line, Jack.
All right. So the Tigers, a little refreshing play there. Maybe a give back from the previous missed call. Not that anybody ever does that. For our radio friends, welcome back as Cam Russell's going to get the call. He'll try to get to the left side. They're going to hit him pretty hard. He might lose a yard on that one, Greg.
They had a stunt going on. Went right by the first tackler. Went right by, flew right past Cameron. As you can see, Russell getting up, slapping his hands, knowing that he just needed to get by one more guy. He tried to dance his way out to the left side on the short side of the field as the ball is resting on the left side hash markers. They're heading left to right, and he just couldn't quite get by. And you're right, he lost we're going to call it 2 yards. The ball was backed up to the 8. So it'll be second and goal from the 8-yard line.
A lot of friends that are texting us. Is the big local rivalry. A good friend of mine, Beth Dorr, texted me saying I need to continue to cheer for the Tigers, and I will do exactly that. She's a big Granger fan, but nice to have the friends. We're going to go down the line. Crow's going to roll out, throw it back across the middle of the end zone. The Grangers are going to go up. They may have intercepted the end zone. They did. And a great defensive play by the Grangers that time as Crow throws across his body into the end zone.
One of the things, it looks like we've got Cameron Russell down in the backfield, and he's hurting. I don't know if his hand's hurting. It looks like his wrist or something. Not necessarily his leg, but it may be. We talked about that growing muscle, and he may have gotten run over while he was trying to block for Montez. Ill-advised pass by Montez. You know, Montez 3 times he could have done a different read. He backed up. He threw off his back foot. I wish we had replay. You could kind of see that, but as he's going back, he's trying to suck everybody to the corner. He looks back, and he has Chance Hill in the center of the end zone, but he throws off his back leg and doesn't really get any zip on it. Had he got more zip on it, he would have been advised to throw it through the goalpost and live to play another down.
So they're checking on him. Let's take a 30-second break back to the station. As they do, Tigers will be giving up the ball. The ball rests with a 20. We're still leading, though, 7-0 right here on Eagle Sports.
All area coaches, high school coaches, travel ball coaches, and more. Mud Creek Team Sales is now selling sporting goods like Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell for travel teams, football, baseball, basketball, soccer, and more. For more information, call Mud Creek Team Sales today at 706-884-5592. Call Coach Jeter or Greg Hicks. Calling all area coaches. Mud Creek Team Sales with all your sporting goods. Wilson, DeMarini, Louisville Slugger, Rollins, and Russell. Mud Creek Team Sales, a proud sponsor of today's game.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back. Cam Russell being carried off the field. That right leg seemed to be of concern for him.
I'll find out, but we talked earlier, Jack, about for the last 2 weeks he's really been limping. He's been taking ice baths, trying to get that growing loosened up, and I don't know if it's his right knee or if it's right groin. I'll try to check for you in a little bit. But at any rate, significant loss, and hopefully it's only temporary for the Tigers offensively.
Perry now with a fresh set of downs from the 20. Will run the option down the right side. Hands the ball off to number 16 for the Grangers. That's Daz Williams.
Off right tackle, kind of one of these little real quick trap that had the guard pulling, and Granger's able to pick up 6, maybe 7 yards. It should be second. They're going to call it, 2nd and 3, so 7 yards. So that's something that the Tigers, the coaches got to look at that on the defensive line.
So here come the Grangers again. Not a whole lot there as the Tiger front line will bow up. They'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it. Brings up 3rd down and 2.
Between Q Kersey and Nick Lingen, number 20. Nick, he didn't play the first couple of games, but man, has he been instrumental over this last 5 games, or 4.5 games. He has really, really come into his own. So now, key play. This will be 3rd and 2 for LaGrange. Tigers, big play Tigers, as big play for the Tigers as they had that ball in the red zone inside the 10-yard line. So they need to get it back, guys.
Perry turns, fakes the toss sweep, rolls to his right, looking downfield. He's going to run the ball now. He's got a man to the back. Got to hold on to him. He's so elusive. We miss him twice. He's still running the ball. He's to the 40. We're going to grab his shirt and pull him down from behind. But that'll be a 1st down for the Grangers.
Wow. There's a flag down on the play. We may have saw it because, man, what a clip on Kobe. Everybody in the stands saw it. And, of course, the Whitecap saying, no, he got in front of him, but he's the only one that says it. He sure is quick to call a 1st down. Now he sees that there's a flag, so he really needs to check, find out what he's got. But they've got something going on that I don't know if it's against LaGrange or what, but he's kind of pointing to the back. Let's see what Whitecap says. Holding.
Actually, they block it. There's the block of the back by the Grangers. So the side judge did see it. So that will negate some of that big run there. In fact, he'll get it right back to the 30, which is right at the first. He just got to get across the 30 for the 1st down. So now it'll be 3rd and about half a yard to get a 1st down for the Grangers.
We talked about that, Jack, earlier. I keep going back to last year. Perry beat the Tigers, and I don't want to say single-handedly, but that's just how you say it. Every fan would say he beat them single-handedly. It's plays like that. That if he was not in the game, LaGrange would be a different team altogether. Obviously, they've been a different team through this season without him in there. But he is such an elusive player. Who wouldn't want him on your team? You know what I'm saying?
Right, yep. It's like a timeout's called on the field. They take a timeout. We take one as well. 8:50 left to go in the first half of play. Tigers leading 7-0. Grangers looking at, actually, they're going to measure it. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Russ Brown, owner of LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, has all the tools and equipment handymen and contractors need in our area. And if you're planning a wedding, party, tailgate, reunion, or corporate event, LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental has you covered. Like them on Facebook and see all the particulars they offer. Plus, they're open Monday through Saturday. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, Greenville Street, LaGrange, next to CVS Pharmacy. Phone 706-882-8665. That's 706-882-8665. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Huge 3rd down play here as Perry will go under center. Takes the snap. He'll try to go forward, and he's going to get across the line. We held him up at the first, but then his second effort got him across the 30. That'll be a first down for the Grangers.
He's not that big, but he's just kind of leaned over his big center, and when he leaned, Jack, on the field level, he actually had the first down, but his second effort got him an extra yard, so that probably picked up. Well, they're going to give him just outside the 30 and a half yard line, not quite to the 31, but a new set of downs for the LaGrange.
8:30 left to go. 7-0 is your score. The Tigers leading this one. Grangers, though, with a fresh set of downs at the 31. The quarterback, Perry, will go under center. Two backs behind him. Turn, toss, sweep going around the right side. He'll try to get the corner. He's hit nice and hard on the far side. That's Corey Perkins, the ball carrier that time.
But sent to Stafford from his free safety position. Just again, I've talked all year how he's so quick to read and react, and he darts in from 14 yards back and makes the play after a yard gain. Should be 2nd and 9 for LaGrange.
Check that. That was Miles Johnson, the ball carrier. So a gain of, as Greg mentioned, about 2 there. So 2nd and 8. Man split wide to this near side. Again, two backs behind the quarterback, Perry, who will go under center again. Takes a snap, turns, fakes the handoff. Back to pass. He's being flushed out of the pocket. We grab his legs. He's in the dirt. He's back for free, though, and he's running down the field. Across the 40 to the 50. It's a foot race. He's going to be brought out of bounds at about the 32-yard line.
We'll have another personal foul on the Tigers as they had a late hit. Really didn't need to do that. With emotions flying high, you want to hit somebody, and they hit somebody late. That'll tack on another 15 on yet a tremendous athlete's ability to move the ball down the field.
He was down. I mean, we had him, and he just slipped out, and then there was nobody that could catch him back across the middle of the field.
Well, what you don't want to do is add another 15 yards at the end of the play because you're angry that a guy did such a great job running the ball down the field. And so when you hit somebody like that who is really not even involved in the play, that's going to tack on another 15. They're just waiting on the ruling to come over here. The line judges come over here telling the coaches exactly what happened. Of course, they already know they saw it. Everybody in the stands saw it.
Jonathan Olajubutu, the captain over there on the Grangers side, saying, let's mark it off. We want those yards. And the Grangers will get those yards. Again, Perry is a special athlete. He's hard to bring down. We do get him out on the far side, but now the Grangers will have the ball inside the 20. They're finally moving the chains down there. So here we go from the 18 as you hear our stadium announcer give you that information. Again, 7-0, but now the Grangers threatening. Perry will go back to the shotgun. Looks like he'll have Ahmad Ogletree back there with him. Takes the handoff. He'll step to the left, go back to the right, and he's going to go into the end zone. He'll get a touchdown for the Grangers, untouched.
Good job by LaGrange in that play call. It just simply opened the Tigers up. Was able to sneak in off left tackle and run 15 yards in. You're right, untouched. So Tigers got to make some adjustments on that. One of the few, again, it's the Perry show, just like it was last year. If somehow you get a tremendous athlete, like I said, who wouldn't want him on your team? But if he's not in there, this is it's already 14-0 Tigers. But so he's a difference maker for sure.
They'll line up for the extra point. Don't really swing a gate, but they were lined up for 2 at first, and now they'll come in and go for 1. Their kicker set to attempt. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 7:06 left to go in the first quarter play, we're tied 7-7 right here on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 7:06 left to go in the first half. 7-7 is your score. And the Grangers will be kicking the ball off from right to left if you're looking at your radio dial. Or if you're watching us on eagle1023.com, you're watching the streaming, you can see that for yourself. Tigers getting ready to go here. Rangers set to kick the ball off. Ball rests on the 40. There's the kick. Short kick. Taking it to 10, to the 15, to the 20, 25. Bounce through to the 35-yard line. A nice straight up the field return by the Tigers. I got to say, that's always my favorite, to see a running back find his wall and just get up the field instead of trying to do something fancy or trying to do something silly. And we do that, and we get right up the field. Fresh 7 now, 7-7 with 7 minutes. Lots of sevens there. And the Tigers are getting ready. Rangers with a 4-man front, which they've had pretty much all night long. Tigers making their way onto the field. Schweitzer will come in at the wide receiver position. He'll have a man stacked behind him. That'll bring 2 guys over, the free safety and the corner, to cover them. Crow in the shotgun, as he usually is. Calls for it, fakes the handoff, turns, airs it out way down the field, and a miscommunication there as Jack Schweitzer turns into not really a post pattern, which they were thrown to, and the ball falls incomplete.
So far tonight, we've just, with exception, about half the plays, it seems like, and I'm just throwing percentages out there, about 50% of the time it looks like we're on, and then the other 50% we just seem to be uneasy about what we're trying to accomplish.
Well, that was, they were 2 different pages, and neither one knew what the other one was doing that time. Schweitzer usually right on top of stuff like that. Here we go again. Big Crow in the backfield, waiting for the shotgun. He'll look, talk to his running back behind him.
He's got 2 seconds to snap it.
And
that'll be a delay of game.
We'll get a delay of game. Wow, we don't need that.
That's what I'm saying. It just seems like we can't get a rhythm going.
That's 60 yards in penalties so far in the game, Greg. 5, 6, 7. That's 8 penalties so far. Just can't do that. Again, I guess in a rivalry ball game like this, now we're looking at 2nd and 15 instead of 2nd and 10. Tigers looking back to the sideline. Caleb Jennings, backup quarterback, is in the backfield.
Actually, that's it's Greer, it's Montez's cousin. I'll get you his first name later. Just it'll swap on the jerseys earlier.
Gotcha. There's the snap. Crow going to try to pull a page out of LaPerion Perry's toolbox. Takes a step right. But with that kind of the way he runs, it's just hard to get quick back up the field.
Well, and you can see Greer's kind of throwing his hands up and says, "Hey, cuz, that was wide open, buddy. I had it." And he's right, because Stafford had gone deep, and Chance had taken his guy inside, and so it was wide open on the outside, and I believe he'd have still been running. So we'll see what happens, what kind of play call they've got on 3rd and 14 for the Tigers.
Tigers break the huddle. Twins to this, actually trips to this near side. Nobody wide to the left. Crow calls for it. Takes it, rolls to his right looking, throws across the middle, and catch! A catch across the middle. Guess who it is? It's Kobe Hudson to the 15, 10, 5, dives to the pylon. Touchdown, Tigers!
Freshman Kobe Hudson on a post pattern. Nice pass, nice redemption pass by Montez Crow, and realized Kobe said, "I'm going to the end zone, and if Perry can dance in the ball, I can dive in." Touchdown, Tigers!
Tremendous throw to a wide open Kobe Hudson, who ran a great route to shake off his defender. And then it was a foot race at the end, and he won.
Good job. I'm going to let Montez know that. What a great pass. Finally, you need something like that to kind of break your nerves and everything to get things going.
Snap, hold, kick is up, and the kick is good. So with 5:56 left to go, the Tigers leading now 14-7 on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Jack Bowen, Greg Hicks, and Kobe Hudson, number 14, makes the catch.
I got my assistant down here, Amy Hicks, giving me some water. She's doing a nice job. Looks good on the sidelines, too.
Be nice. Well, that is not being nice. Never mind. I'm used to telling you to be nice, and this time you do exactly what you're supposed to. We kick the ball back of the end zone. Another tremendous kick by Rayford. They'll bring the ball out to the 20-yard line. LaGrange will have it there 1st and 10.
Had a conversation with Cam Russell, guys, and he's good. What we thought, he's been ice bath in that right groin. He had a knee stinger, knee-to-knee contact, and that's why he was just, when you get a kneecap to kneecap, that really, really hurt. But he's all grinning right now, walking down the sideline. He says he's good. Good news, Tiger fans. Cam Russell's back in the game.
So here we go, as the Grangers will now have the ball. They're going to spread things out a little bit. Trips to the far side. Go back to the shotgun set for Perry. They've had some success with this, as elusive as he is. He's going to run the ball, try to get to the outside. We contain him, trying to reverse his field. We grab him, hold on to him. He breaks free again at the 30, 40, down the field to the 30, 20, goes a run out of bounds at the 24-yard line. Again, Greg, we had him twice in the backfield. He breaks free, and he is the LaGrange offense right now.
You're right. One of the things you don't just, you have him in the backfield. Jared Lane had him, just didn't like being tackled like that, so he broke loose and went for 70 yards.
My goodness gracious. I mean, just we were holding his arm, holding his leg, and he just slips right free. So now LaGrange gets across the 50, inside the 25-yard line, actually right at the 25-yard line. That's where they'll have it 1st and 10. And it should be 1st and 15, but instead it's not. Perry going to bounce it up to his intended receiver, number 5, Coach, Bo Russell.
We should have had illegal procedure. That's what the coaches are hollering. Big number 72, their right tackle, moved early, come up out of his stance. They didn't throw a flag, and rightfully so. The coaches are arguing. And again, it's just tough when it's blatant in front of everybody, and the umpire doesn't see it.
Well, some folks in the booth say that we got away with one on the touchdown because the clock had ticked down on the play clock right as we snapped it. So we'll take it. Trips to the far side this time again. Trying to spread the defense out for the Tigers. Watch Perry to try to run again. Calls for it. Goes to his right. He's just going to run the ball. Cuts up field. Finds a hole. We're going to tackle him down inside the 15. Actually, right at the 15, looks like.
When you 10 years down the road, this is the kind of game that the kids will remember, the adults will remember. A kid like Perry, that I was talking to some of the Troup High Tigers down here. His dad played for Troup High, and Coach Bubba Jeter was telling me he's like one of the better athletes he'd ever coached in his life. And it's just neat. It doesn't matter if you're a Tiger or if you play for LaGrange. You like to see a kid like this with that kind of athletic ability.
Calls for it. Runs to his right. Looks to pass. A lot of room in front of him. You can't give him that much open space. He's going to throw over heads, and it's going to be. Did he catch it?
Yeah, it was a touchdown.
Catch in the end zone by the Grangers, so they'll put 6 more on the board.
He got behind Chance Hill and just kind of stuck it up there.
Again, with a situation with Perry, he's such a danger running the ball on that right side. Some of our guys stepped up and let the offense get behind them. So now they're trying to decide whether they're going to go for 2 or go for 1. They'll line up to kick the point after. Steps to his right foot kicker. Snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good. We're tied 14-14 with 4:40 left to go in the first half of play right here on Eagle Sports.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Key of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness, and we'll be donating a portion of our sales to the Breast Friends for Life Hope for a Day campaign. So stop by and check out our selection of Kias and help support a great cause. It's fall savings times, which means the 16s, they gotta go to make room for the 17s. You can own a 16 Kia Cadenza for as little as $23,500. And you know with prices like these are not gonna last long, come see us today or online at keyoflagrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax tag and title. Stock number 19215.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
There we go. The Tiger receiving team back out on the field now, as the Grangers will be kicking the ball off from right to left. 14-14 is our score. 4:40 left to go in the first half of play, and LaPerrion Perry is living up to the hype tonight. The Grangers approach the ball, get the kickoff line drive, going to bounce up at the 15, taken to the 20, back across the far side of the field, up the middle to the 30, and tripped over one of his own guys at the 36.
But he had a nice seam. He fell in behind Macenta Stafford, getting his last block, and you're right, he kind of tripped a little bit, fell into the back of Stafford, but what a great return outside the 35 up to the 36.5-yard line.
So the ball will rest on the 36. You know, Greg, LaGrange will get the ball after halftime. So this 4 minutes and 33 seconds, very important for the Tigers. They need to get another score on the board.
Yes, you're right. They need to really take advantage of all 4 minutes. Or maybe you score quick and defense somehow contains Perry. We said before the game that would be our biggest challenge, as you said up in the booth, Jack. And so far, that's been proven right.
Pretty simple math there. The Tigers going to hand the ball off. Big hit in the middle. And this time it's number 38 for the Grangers, Jadarius Young.
He'll pick up 2 on that yard. Greer will. I'll have to get up and get Chance Giddings, the actual name of the kid. But, yeah, pick up 2 to be 2nd and 8 for the Tigers.
Tigers break the huddle. Greer remains in the backfield with Crow. Stacked twins to this near side. Crow from the shotgun will wait for it. High snap. Tall sweep. Oh, behind Greer. Greer's ball still on the ground. He gets on it. But we're going to lose yardage back to the 25. A little bit of a lazy pitch by Crow.
It was, and good athletic ability by Greer to get on the ball. He's asking Montez to come over, and Coach Paul Brewer, who's the quarterback coach, is trying to settle him down. You know, he still has 2 timeouts left if they deem it necessary, but 3rd and 19, so big play here. If you can't get it all, if you can't get a first down, you want to get it on up the field, because this is where Carson Rayford, big play Ray, as Coach Glisson's calling him, if he needs to come on and punt, this is where we need to really change the field position.
Play clock ticking. Had problems with this earlier, down to 19-18. Now the Tigers are lining up, twins to this near side and wide to the far side. Crow calls for it, a little bit of low snap. He'll toss it. We'll get a nice movement to the 35. So that gets us back to the original line of scrimmage.
It's a good move by Greer. He almost wanted to showboat, and one of the Grange kids came up behind him and tried to slap it out of his arm, but good job by the Tigers, at least picking up about 8 or 9 yards to get it back to 4th and 10. So Rayford will be standing somewhere on about the 22-yard line as he gets ready to boot one out of here.
Jamari Thrash, who's a big play receiver for the Grangers, will be back at about the 35-yard line. Rayford will stand back at about the 24-yard line to wait for the snap. Rangers more than likely on the line to come up after it again. Yep, they're going to bring just about everybody up there except for Thrash back deep. There's a snap, good snap, and an even better kick. Going to sail over the head of Thrash, roll down. Huge Tiger bounce inside the 15, down to the 10, and stops right there at the 10-yard line. So another great punt by Carson Rayford.
So with 1 minute and 51 seconds until halftime, all knotted up at 14, the Tigers, we'll review this at halftime, have been full of mistakes, a little bit nervous. You can just see it in the play motions. The Grangers have really had to rely on Perry, and he's been a one-man wrecking crew for sure.
Well, and we've got to really watch him here because, you know, a minute 51, that's not a lot of time, you would think, but as fast as he is, he could very easily get back down the field.
He has been able to elude many a tackler in the backfield tonight, Jack, as everybody in the stands on both sides can see what a phenomenal performance he's had so far in his first half.
Splits backs in the backfield for Perry. Takes a snap, comes down the line, hands off, and we're going to try to rip the ball out of his hands. This time it is number 11, Ahmad Ogletree, the ball carrier. As we mentioned, tied 14-14, minute 36. We'll be hopefully get a chance to talk to Sheriff James Woodruff at halftime. I talked to him earlier in the pregame. He's going to try to join us. We'll hear some of the bands as we have both the Granger Band and the Troup Band with their full shows in place tonight. Here they go. The throw out to this far side. It bounces down. The Tigers thought it might be a lateral. They pick it up and go after it, but they're going to call it an incomplete pass instead. So it bounces incomplete with a minute 16 left to go, and it's third down.
Well, so far, you know, I talked about trick plays from LaGrange. They really hadn't had to need any when you've got a kid like Perry at quarterback. I'm not down on that end at this time because I really kind of expected another breakaway run. But
you don't want to run alongside him?
Pardon me?
You don't want to run alongside him, Greg? You want to take it easy?
Hey, I could probably outrun him.
That's probably true. In a car. Little inside trap by Ogletree. He loses the ball, but he gets back on it. And looks like they're going to be content to punt it away.
You know, that's pretty interesting now. Coach G's calling timeout. You know, Tigers stuffed him on that one. You know, it's just going to be fourth down and maybe a yard. Maybe a half a yard right now. Well,
look like they're trying to move the chains. That wasn't a first down, was it?
No, it's fourth down, but kind of interesting. What do you do if you're LaGrange? Do you try to draw them off sides? Do you fake it? I mean, it'd be crazy to do that. You're down inside the red zone, but stranger things have happened. You know, if you know, and I'm sure the Tiger coaching staff is telling them to, you know, please do not jump off. So even if it is punting, because, hey, if you backed up this far, you'll take a delay of game if you can get the Tigers to jump off, back it up 5, and punt it 5. Last time he's punted, remember, it was only a 10-yard punt.
Yep.
So they got to be thinking about that, too. If I'm, you know, maybe if I'm LaGrange, I'm going to try to draw them off, take my chances, and you never know. See how disciplined the Tigers' defensive line are.
Tigers moving their way back on the field. Granger's still on the far side. Waiting. So here we go. Granger's back out on the field. Their punter is on the field, but let's watch it very carefully, Greg. Waiting for the snap. There's the snap back to the punter. Steps up. Quick kick. It's going to be taken at the 50 by the Tigers. Trying to get up the field to the 45. A little stiff arm going to go out of bounds at the 44. And the Tigers will have a minute. And, you know, Greg, we can strike in a minute.
Plenty of time for the Tigers. You still have one timeout left. LaGrange has 2 timeouts left. Plenty of time depending on your play call sequence and how you utilize your timeout and or your sideline.
Tigers over here to the near side. Talk with their coaching staff, getting just the right play call.
Coach Holtz up on upstairs, kind of bird's eye view is Coach Glisson, and he agreed that it would be better for him to be upstairs, so he's bringing it down to Coach Arrington and Coach Brewer. Let's see what series Coach Holtz has this time.
Trips to the far side. Cam Russell back in there. He'll go in motion to the far side. Going to throw it down the field. Complete. What a catch. What a catch at about the 27-yard line.
What a great job by freshman Kobe Hudson. As it was just a little slant pass, now they're having to stop and move it. And LaGrange is going to call a timeout. But, hey, excellent. He saw the pass, and he just kind of timed it, jumped at the right time, kept it on his outside shoulder where nobody could get it but him. First down, Tigers.
Take 30 seconds back to the station. Tie ball game, 14-14. 53 seconds left to go on Eagle Sports.
State Farm, this is Gwen.
Salutations, Gwen. I have car insurance, but I want to protect the rest of the stuff in my apartment. Some of my action figures were ruined recently.
We can add a renter's policy. For the cost of one action figure, we can protect your entire army of action figures against fire, theft, burst pipes.
Great! You have no idea how hard it is untangling wet alien hair.
Add renter's insurance to your auto policy and get to a better state. State Farm.
For a money-saving way to protect your possessions, call Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Super exciting close of the first half of play. 14-14 is your score. 53 seconds left to go. The Tigers have the ball driving. Crow back to pass, going to throw it. And just behind his intended receiver.
Oh,
but
he
makes
caught
the
it.
catch at the 20.
He caught it to be a 6-yard gain. They got to hustle with it. The clock's inside. They got to roll. Good one-handed behind the back catch by Cameron Russell.
Crow under center, takes it, going to down it right there. And that'll stop the clock and bring up third down. 37 seconds left to go. 14-14 again is your score. Greg, what do you think we have to get inside Carson's length for a field goal?
Well, I think we're there now. He's been kicking them beyond the 40-yard mark. Now we're at 31. We're about 37 yards. I kind of wish we'd had a play call at that time rather than wasting it down to slam it down. But at the same time, let's wait and see if we pick up more than 4 this time.
Put a man in motion back to this near side. Crow takes it. Looking to pass. Got some time. Throwing to the corner. He's got a man there. Great catch. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Wow. On a wheel route, Ken Truitt, baby, in the corner, all by himself, had beat the cornerbacks into the front corner, caught the ball on the 1, took it inside the pylon. Touchdown Tigers with 30 seconds to go at halftime. What an exciting play.
Tremendous job. Put the ball exactly where it needed to be, and he threaded the needle. We go inside the end zone for the touchdown now. Carson Rayford snap, hold, kick is up. And the kick is good.
Kick is no good,
Excuse me, no good.
He slipped it, and Carson knows. And, you just settle down and relax. That's kind of broke Carson's streak of like about 10 or 15 in a row, dadgummit. But Carson, he knew that there was really no reason to be in that big of a hurry. Not just Carson, but the whole offensive unit. But at any rate, 20-14, you like to end that with that nice PAT. Didn't happen this time, so let's hope it doesn't play into the outcome of this ball game.
We'll keep it here. 30 seconds left to go in this first half of play. We'll hear from some of the bands. We'll have Sheriff James Woodruff join us. We might try to catch up with Jared Farrell, who is the band director over at LaGrange High. Of course, Johnny Hurd. I'll be hanging around here. We'll have both band directors up here in the booth.
I'd kind of like to see an onside kick at this time, just to kind of throw everybody off. And and if we could do something that totally fool everybody. You look at the LaGrange front line sitting down about at the 47, and it's got to cross the 50. Kind of back up a little bit. You just never know what might happen if the.
Well, Greg, those are some low numbers across that front line. They may be thinking like you. There's the kick. Way back, and they step in the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, have it there first and 10. But again, 30 seconds is still a lot of time for a kid like Perry.
Well, Coach Alba is really talking up this defense. You gotta contain the kid, that's for sure. And we've tried hard as we can do, and he's just a one-man wrecking crew. Again, a good athlete. Don't take anything away from him. I just don't want him to have a good game the second half, to be honest with you.
Well, and it's not really a wrecking crew. He's just elusive.
Yeah, no doubt. We've had him many times. I was talking to a couple of coaches coming down the sidelines. We've had him in the backfield on many of occasion. We just couldn't contain him, couldn't hold on to his jersey.
He's back there alone once again, waiting for the snap. Calls for it. Going to pass the ball. Actually, fake the pass. Now back up the field. Gets to the front line. We're going to grab hold of him. He'll get across the 30, down to about the 33-yard line. They'll stop the clock with a first down with 23 seconds left to go.
All right, so LaGrange should have used their last timeout. I know it shows 1, but I believe that was their last timeout. Obviously they've got a play brewing. They're going to throw it deep or a little quarterback draw or something to kind of throw the Tigers off. But I'd be surprised if they just simply handed it off up the middle. That's, of course, it was we were wide open on defense, and that would be kind of ugly.
We'll keep it here. 22 seconds left to go. 20-14. Greg, if anybody's looking to come to the stadium, there's still a lot of room over on the Granger side.
Yeah, I was just looking over there. Kind of disappointing that, I was talking to Eckleberry at the newspaper, and at least one of the newspapers here is in town. And he said, look at there. And I said, yeah, what's really disappointing is that the guys split the gate. Hey, they want both sides full because that's more money for each athletic department.
No doubt, especially in a ball game like this one, with a lot on the line, not just a rivalry, but a lot from the region perspective on the line tonight.
Well, you're right. Two different perspectives in it. You got LaGrange is really loose. They kind of, no need to be nervous, but the Tigers just kind of come in. You can just see it in there. They've had a week off, and it's just a little bit jittery. They seem to be more jittery this game than they did the Sandy Creek game.
Only a three-man front for the Tigers. Everybody else back in a cover set as LaGrange, the quarterback, going to back up to pass. A little bit of pressure. Looking, throws across.
Oh, yeah!
Intercepted by Cam Russell to the 30, 20, 10. Goes out of bounds down inside the 10 with 11 seconds left to go.
Kelvin Martin from his linebacker position jumps up, snatches a pass out of the air, runs it back down inside the 10 to the, they're going to put him at the 8-yard line. First down for the Tigers. First and goal to go with 11 seconds left. We have one timeout. An average play will cost you about 6 seconds. We got to get at least 2 plays off. But if you don't do it this first time, you got to seriously consider putting 3 on the board.
Especially after the missed extra point.
Wow, what a play by Kevin Martin, man. What he just jumped up and snatched it out of the air. You got to wonder what Perry was thinking. Perry's a little short. Did he even see him in his passing lane?
I don't think so. Plus, most of his plays are made with his legs. And to throw across the middle like that is a dangerous place. So here come the Tigers from the I formation. Crow takes the snap, fakes the handoff. Got a man in his face. He's going to go down. Got to call the timeout quick.
Coach G's got a timeout. Good job.
Jadarius Young comes in untouched and makes the tackle.
They're going to put 3 on the board. They're calling in the field goal unit. No hesitation.
That's a good move.
Again,
he's going to tell them to kind of calm things down.
Got to look. I didn't see if we had. I know we had Flag as a fullback. He was not in the H-back setup. And we had their left weak side, actually their left strong side defensive end come in the backfield untouched. So you have to wonder what the tackle was. Was he covered up? Who had his responsibility? But lucky enough, we were able to call a timeout. The ball spotted on the 17-yard line. That'll be about a 34-yard field goal. Actually 27, about maybe 34-yard field goal, and it's certainly within Carson's range.
7 seconds left to go. As we mentioned, 20-14 your score. The Tigers after a big interception.
What an exciting first half. I'm going to sneak over here in the end zone and see if I can get some kind of perspective. Looks like the ball's going to be placed, Jack, at the 24-yard line, 34-yard field goal?
Between the 23 and 24. Snap.
Oh, yeah.
Hold.
Good.
Kick is up. And the kick is good. Tack 3 on. 23-14 with 3 seconds left to go. We will have to kick the ball off. But let's take 30 seconds back to the station to get ourselves ready for this right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Carson Rayford, a tremendous job with that field goal there. We'll place the ball on the 40, set to kick it off. There's been no return by the Grangers so far tonight because he's kicked it in the end zone every time. They have 3 seconds left to go on the clock.
You kind of got to wonder, does he just stick it in the end zone? Let's see. Yep, he does.
Kicks it all the way down. It'll go, bounce right in the middle. No time off the clock, so the Grangers will run one play from the 20.
You got to wonder, with a situation like that, why do you even look at throwing a little inside hook route or maybe a little short seam route? When you got that many seconds left, you need to go long. I don't know what Perry saw. Thinking back, I didn't really even see a LaGrange receiver there. So maybe he saw
you're right. He was all by himself there.
Maybe he saw a white jersey and just thought, wow, there's my receiver, because it looked like he threw it right at Martin. Actually, he did. It didn't look like it. He did. Thank goodness Martin intercepted it.
Perry?
Oh, yeah.
Nice
Nice job.
He gets tackled. A great job by our nose tackle.
Jared Lane burst through there, Jack, and by the time he caught the ball, the quarterback took the snap. He was down.
That's a great way to end this first half of plays. The Granger Band makes their way onto the field. We're going to take a break. We're going to do about 4 spots back to the station, 4 spots back there as we get ready for halftime right here on Eagle Sports.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
Russ Brown, owner of LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, has all the tools and equipment handymen and contractors need in our area. And if you're planning a wedding, party, tailgate, reunion, or corporate event, LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental has you covered. Like them on Facebook and see all the particulars they offer. Plus, they're open Monday through Saturday. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, Greenville Street, LaGrange, next to CVS Pharmacy. Phone 706-882-8665. That's 706-882-8665. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental.
In 1916, auto owners insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. Bravo! It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. In the background, you'll hear the Granger Band. They've got brand new uniforms. They are doing a great job. It's Living on a Prayer, the old Bon Jovi song being played by them. But right now, we're talking to a guy that we all pray for, that takes good care of our community, and that's our Sheriff, James Woodruff. And I truly appreciate you joining us here. Sheriff, as we are having a great ball game as the Tigers leading right now 23-14.
Well, Jack, thank you for the invite. We're glad to be here, and the band looks great.
Well, I think the program here at LaGrange High, Mr. Farrell's a friend of mine. He's done a great job of bringing these kids together. This is the first year with their new uniforms. And anytime you got something like that, it gets a lot of kids excited. And they're all doing a great job reaching down to their middle schools, too, both for Gardner Newman for LaGrange High, of course, and then at Long Cane for the Troup High School band. They'll be up in just a bit. But I tell you what, I sure do appreciate a lot of what's going on. I had a chance today to have our career day at Hollis Hand, and Stuart and the gang came over and did a great job of talking to the kids. It's so important. I know that you've really brought that back. You used to work as one of the school resource officers and working with the school system. I really appreciate that you've brought that back in a powerful way as sheriff in your term.
Well, you know, that's one thing I talked about 4 years ago, Jack, when I was running, is get that third grade junior deputy program back in every elementary school, because it's so important for us to be in there and talking to these kids at a young age, letting them get to know us and not be afraid of us, and let us reinforce some things that the teachers are already teaching them.
Well, and you're exactly right. It connects directly to our curriculum and the way that we're trying to help kids to focus on their character. Mm-hmm. There's so many things that the sheriff is. We want the kids to see our law enforcement in a positive light. Right. To know that those are guys and gals that are out there to help us, to help our community, and they do it in so many ways. Not just in the basic, taking care of people who break the law, but also just supporting us in so many different ways, like an event like tonight.
Right. You know, I think it was last Friday night, we had our first annual National Night Out over at Chick-fil-A on Commerce Avenue, the police department, us, the Hogansville Police Department, GSP, DNR. We were over there, and I was interviewed a couple of times, and they were saying, what do y'all hope to do over here tonight? And I said, show the citizens, our young people, that we're people just like them.
Sure.
We've got families just like them. We've got concerns just like them, and that we're approachable. You know, we don't want people to look at us, and the only thing they see is, well, when they show up, somebody goes to jail.
Yeah.
We really want to try to help people work out their problems.
Well, and I think that's a great point, Sheriff. You know, I've had the pleasure of knowing a lot of your deputies. Some went to high school with a lot of them. Actually, graduated high school with your wife. And,
right.
She's an awesome person. And that is exactly, I think, the message. I'm in administration in my job. I don't want them to be afraid of the principal. I want them to be able to talk to the principal.
Exactly.
And you want to be able to go to those folks that can help you through a problem.
You know, one thing when I took office, I told the deputies in the unincorporated Troup County, at Rosemont, at Mountville at the time, Long Cane, Callaway, I said, when y'all ride in that area and you're riding by the school, stop, get out, go in, meet the administrator, meet the secretary in the front office, and see if they want you to walk down the hall, see if they want you to walk around the school. And when we first started doing that 4 years ago, people really got nervous when they saw a patrol car there because they related that to, oh, God, something's going on at the school. About halfway through that first year, when a deputy did not stop by in a couple of days, I'd get a call and they'd say, where's the deputy? Everybody's looking for him. So that's the kind of thing we want, is when you see us, it's not always something bad.
I think that's a great thing. You know, Chief Deckmeyer has the same kind of policy with the LaGrange Police Department. Being a city school, his officers are able to come by. The kids are used to seeing them. And, we had sheriff's deputies there at Hollisand today, and it was great to see those guys out and the kids able to ask really neat questions that you never would think about as an adult.
Right. And, one thing that I want to say to Chief Deckmeyer, Chief Tony Bailey in West Point, Chief Brian Harr in Hogansville, Maurice Raines, our patrol commander here, we meet together along with our DA once a month, have lunch together. Sometimes we'll go to West Point, sometimes Hogansville, sometimes here, and we talk about our problems.
Yeah.
What's going on in LaGrange, and we all work as one unit, as one team to try to conquer those problems. And it just makes the most sense that we put our resources together, that we train together, that we work together to make LaGrange and Hogansville and West Point a better place to live and raise our family.
That's another great point. Something I think that we've learned in the 2000s with some of the difficult things we faced is that communication has not always been where it needed to be.
Right.
And the different agencies have really got to be able to connect to each other to know how to support each other, because we are one county. Some different governments going on, but from my point of view, as an educator, we're all one system.
Exactly.
From Callaway to LaGrange to Troup, we're one big group, and we've got to continue to support each other.
And that's exactly how we look at the law enforcement. From Hogansville to West Point to LaGrange to Troup County unincorporated area, we are all the same people living in the same county, wanting the same things for our family. And by working together, we can accomplish those things.
That's awesome. Well, Sheriff, I'm going to let you go. I know that lots of folks want to talk to you and say hey to you here at the ball game. It's been a great ball game so far. As right now, the Tigers are leading 23-14. As an old Tiger myself, I got to be excited. I know your wife's going to be excited too.
Absolutely. She's excited. She's at home with our daughter tonight. But I'm a Troup High alumni myself.
Attaboy, I forgot
but,
about
of course,
that, yeah.
me, I've got to pull for everybody, so I'm for everybody.
Well, tonight, I've had the power time of my kids are Grangers. They both
Right.
go to LaGrange
Yeah.
High, so I'm a bit of a traitor to my kids, but that's all right. Well, Sheriff, I do appreciate you joining us right now. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football right here on Eagle Sports.
When a football team ends up with 12 men on the field, it means somebody forgot to double check. And when you end up paying more for your car insurance than you need, it could also mean somebody forgot to double check. That's why State Farm will do a free discount double check by going through your policies to make sure you're getting all the discounts you deserve. Because those discounts mean big league savings. It pays to double check. Call your State Farm agent, Matt Orr, on the square in downtown LaGrange. Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
There we are. Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. As Dr. Farrell's, the director of the LaGrange High School band, has just played a great job. They're making their way off the field. For LaGrange games, they bring their kids on from the end zone, and they do a tremendous job. I'm going to try to catch up with Dr. Farrell and see if he'll come over and talk to me here. We usually get the chance to talk to Johnny Hurd, but I'm going to see if Dr. Farrell would mind coming down and saying a few words with me. He is the most dapper of the two band directors that are here tonight, I must tell you, because the hat makes it all. I mean, it is awesome. There he is.
I'm all about the hats, Jack. You know that.
Oh, you are. And I tell you what, great job by your band tonight.
Why, thank you very much.
It's the first chance I've had to see the new uniforms in person. I love them. And I think the kids, there's a lot of excitement in your program. I've had a chance to talk to a lot of the kids that are involved in that. Some of my former kids from Hollis Hand are a part of your band. And I'm really proud of the way the Granger band is growing.
Why, thank you, Jack. I'm happy. You know, started here 10 years ago with 23 souls. We're about 130 this year.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And, you've got a great support group around you. Just to have band parents that are willing to work hard to get what you need to put this program together, to have the things that you need to travel and go different places, the trailers and things like that. And, again, your kids look great tonight.
Oh, well, thank you. I'm really proud of this. Look, I won't talk too long, but these are based on uniforms the band wore back in the 70s, which are an homage to Lafayette's statue in the middle of town.
Okay, now I had not thought of that. I thought it was kind of a revolutionary look with the tri-corner hats, but that's awesome.
But, it's Look at the Troup band now. Ooh.
Yeah, I have to call it the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. I was a band member back in the 80s, but I made my band director very angry because I never marched. I played football. And so first chair tenor sax, and I'm not on the field, so it made him mad every once in a while. But I'm enjoying being an arts guy, seeing the programs at all three high schools continue to grow, continue to flourish. And I think, and I've just got to say it, I think you and Johnny Hurd, the director of the Tiger Band, had a consistency in your program. You've been there. You've staked your claim. Hey, you're not running me off. I'm here to make a program work. And you both become involved not just in the program of the band, but you support so many other things that go on in our community. You and I have served on the superintendent's task force together. So I know that you have a commitment to this community now.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I grew up here. I came back here. Maybe I shouldn't tell this story, but my first day here, they went through a director year for several years.
Yes, they did.
And when I met the band that day, one of the kids said, "How long you going to be here, huh?" I said, "I'm going to be here long after you're gone." That boy came back about a month ago, and he's like, "You're still here." So that's been wonderful. Hey, I got to say one thing. Let me jump in here and say, you mentioned support system. I do have a wonderful support system of parents, but I also have to say Miss Janet Barber at Gardner Middle School is an outstanding middle school director.
That's great.
And she feeds our program, does a great job over there, and just fantastic. She and I are close friends and work well together at the high school and middle school, and that's been a great thing for our band.
Well, and of course, as you know, and folks that maybe don't know that much about bands, but you're not teaching them how to play as they walk in. You're trying to polish what they already know. You've got to have a strong middle school program that gets an instrument in a kid's hand in the 6th grade so they learn the process of how to play that horn by the time they get to you.
Right, and she just does a fantastic job. I couldn't ask for more.
Well, and people I don't think really realize what actually is happening. You got a kid that gets the instrument in their first time in their hands, maybe late September, and in 2.5 years they have to learn how to play that thing to not just play it, but walk, march, and remember all of that at the same time.
Well, there's a running joke I tell the kids when you are in middle school, you're learning how to play. When you're in high school, you play.
Yep. Well, and you become a musician, and that's what these young people are down the field.
We have our first performance just like Troup High does. We're in front of several thousand fans a couple weeks into school.
And that's
we're working hard.
Very, very quickly. Well, tell you what, I won't take up too much more of your time. We're going to take a break, and we're actually going to bring probably Johnny over in just a minute. But, Dr. Farrell, I do appreciate you taking a few minutes with me.
Oh, it's wonderful. Pleasure to talk to you, Jack.
All right, and we do appreciate all you do over at LaGrange High School.
Thank you much.
Right now, the Tigers are leading 23-14 right here on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships. There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Key of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness, and we'll be donating a portion of our sales to the Breast Friends for Life Hope for a Day campaign. So stop by and check out our selection of Kias and help support a great cause. It's fall savings times, which means the 16s, they gotta go to make room for the 17s. You can own a 16 Kia Cadenza for as little as $23,500. And you know with prices like these are not gonna last long. Come see us today or online at keyoflagrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax tag and title. Stock number 19215.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
In the background there, you hear the pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. Our appreciation to Jared Farrell, the band director at LaGrange High School, for joining us here at halftime. Of course, we also had Sheriff James Woodruff. We'll try to catch up with Johnny Hurd in just a moment and kind of get the trifecta of guests here at halftime. I do appreciate all them being willing to come up and talk with us. We've got just a few minutes left here in halftime. 23-14 is your score. I'm going to reach back to the station. Derek sent me a text a little bit ago because he's got some of the highlights of our first half of play. And we're going to look at them from the Troup High School perspective, as we mentioned earlier. And as we began the ball game, the Tigers ended up having to punt. LaGrange had the ball. We're moving pretty well down the field, but Ahmad Ogletree had a fumble recovered by Kobe Hudson. And then the Tigers got it and were able to make their way down into the end zone. So here we go, 2nd and goal from the 6. Crow under center, turns, toss sweep. It's going to be Russell trying to get to the outside, cuts back at the 5, down to the 1.
Touchdown, Tigers.
Touchdown, Tigers!
What a great job Cam Russell. Took an awkward pitch from Montez Crow. We've got an injured player down, looks like Keyshawn Cameron. Took an awkward pitch, was able to, as Crow was falling down, Cameron took the ball and went out to the right, cut it back inside to about 6 Grangers, just totally missed his tackle, met a Granger on the goal line and ran over him for the touchdown. Troup Tigers.
So the Tigers here on the board first, but I tell you what, that was an elusive team. The Rangers were able to get back on the scoreboard. 7-7 was your score as we went into the second quarter. But tell you what, the Tigers were plagued by penalties. So far, by my count, about 8 penalties in the first half of play for the Tigers, about 4, maybe 5 for the Grangers. But it's been a tough thing. They've become in some difficult times. But we were tied 7-7. Tigers got the ball in the second quarter, and the Tigers were able to get back in the end zone again. Takes it, rolls to his right, looking, goes across the middle. And a catch across the middle. Guess who it is? It's Kobe Hudson to the 15, 10, 5, dives to the pylon. Touchdown, Tigers!
Freshman Kobe Hudson on a post pattern. Nice pass, nice redemption pass by Montez Crow. And realized Kobe said, I'm going to the end zone. And if Perry can dance in the ball, I can dive in. Touchdown, Tigers!
So 14-7 was our score with 5:56 left to go. And, man, the scoring didn't stop. It's such an exciting second quarter of play. LaGrange, as LaPerrion Perry, he drives the ball down the field, almost tackled in the backfield by 2 different guys, but he breaks free, goes down almost to the end zone, throws a little quick pass, and we're tied 14-14 with 4:40 left to go. Only about a minute and a half in that drive. Tigers get the ball. They have to punt, but Rayford punts it all the way down to the 9. LaGrange from the 9, they end up having to punt the ball again. Tigers, though, take that, return it across to the 46, and then it's Ken Truitt who does some amazing things for the Tigers. Put a man in motion back to this near side. Crow takes it. Looking to pass. Got some time throwing to the corner. He's got a man there. Great catch. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers!
Wow! On a wheel route, Ken Truitt, baby, in the corner, all by himself, had beat the cornerbacks into the front corner, tossed the ball on the 1, took it inside the pylon. Touchdown, Tigers, with 30 seconds to go at halftime.
So 2014 was the score. We thought maybe that was going to be the end of scoring in the first half of play. LaGrange had the ball, just a couple of minutes left to go, but they threw an ill-advised pass to the Tigers. We catch the ball, so an interception. Now we drive the ball down inside, and the Tigers they run one play, lose a little bit of yardage. They decide, hey, let's just put points on the board, and Carson Rayford steps up to make something happen.
Snap. Oh, yeah.
Hold.
Good.
Kick is up, and the kick is good. Tack 3 on. 23-14 with 3 seconds left to go. We will have to kick the ball off. We did kick the ball off. They took one play. We tackled Perry really quickly as he snapped the ball, and that's where we are right now. 23-14 is our score as we're close to the end of halftime. Let's take another break. When we come back, we'll bring Greg Hicks back on board. We'll talk about some things to expect in the second half of play, but right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. 23-14 is your score, and I'm joined in the booth with the director of the Pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band, Mr. Johnny Hurd. And Johnny, how you doing tonight?
I'm doing great, Jack. Glad to have the halftime show taken care of, watching all of our administrators get ice bucket challenge right now.
Is that what that is?
I think so, yes. That's the administrators taking one for the team. I'd like an ice bath right now.
Well, I've seen Coach, Coach, as I call him Coach, their principal Chip Metters do some amazing things on Facebook. I've seen him run to all the elementary schools, change the flywheel, which I don't know if a car has a flywheel, change the flywheel of a car, do some bench presses. He's done, he knows a lot of things, but the Glisson mission seems to be working tonight as we lead 23-14. But earlier I had Dr. Farrell from LaGrange High join us as his band was playing. Well, actually, as your band was playing, but I got to tell you, we've got two excellent bands at the Troup High School and LaGrange High School right now.
Consistency is key, my friend. Dr. Farrell has been at LaGrange High School for over a year now. Over a year. He has been there over a year.
Finally, over a year.
Yes, over a decade, and he's taken that program. Oh man, where they are now is way beyond anything that I could have imagined. They're doing a great job. We got new uniforms. A little jealous of the new uniforms. Look forward to getting mine out there next year. That's a really slick look with a lot of history involved in it. So proud of what they've got going on. And really proud of the Tiger Band tonight for putting on the entire show.
Full show tonight.
For the first time, and because the last couple weeks we've been on the road and haven't had a chance to get out there and jam it out for everybody. So we're excited to do it tonight, again next week for senior night. And we'll take it on the road.
Well, so much fun, too, Johnny, when you do shows like this that have music that people know. It's not just some orchestral piece. These are some songs that the people are singing along with as your band is playing them.
Absolutely, and that's one of the things that all the schools are doing here in Troup County. I'm really proud of ourselves, LaGrange, and even Callaway High School Band, playing songs that people know and in the crowd. I mean, something you can sing along to and that you recognize and really get some of that crowd buy-in, which is a big part of the Friday night atmosphere.
What's fun is to watch the crowd kind of rise up as the band begins the songs, and the cameras pop up and try to catch that shot of their kid that's down there because, we have a great crowd out here tonight. The Tiger side has shown up for sure.
Oh, it is electric, and it is nice to see. And I remember being on that field and having my mama, of course, she had a little wind-up disposable camera that she was taking my picture. But to see those mamas trying to find their baby out there, and the band looked really good tonight. So I bet there's going to be a lot of good photos on Facebook this evening.
I was reflecting back, thinking about that. We used to take the little flash cubes in a paper clip, and we would actually pop them and make the flashes go off on the field. Because that's really old technology there. Flash bulbs, nobody even knows what those are anymore.
Yeah, that's even before my time, brother.
There you go. Well, I forget that. I tell you what, I do appreciate you taking some time. I'm also, Coach, Dr. Farrell mentioned it, but also your middle school programs have done such an excellent job, too, of providing kids that come in with a great music background so that you're able to polish them instead of just teach them something brand new.
Absolutely. We've got some students from Long Cane Middle School that are with us, and we're going to be bringing all of the middle school band kids over next week. So we're going to bring a whole village over and let them see what it's like to be a part of the Tiger Band. So
that'll get them excited.
We're going to have every last one of them looking forward to it. It's going to be quite a crowd over there in the band section.
Well, hey, and that's what we want.
Absolutely.
Because, again, all of it is part of what's going on at Troup High School, the excellent things that are happening at your school. And I really appreciate what we talk about the GLSEN mission, but your administration, I think, has really stepped up in trying to improve the culture throughout our entire school system. That's one of the big things we're talking about. And I really appreciate the hard work you do to make that happen as well.
Absolutely. Well, I appreciate you giving us some publicity and getting us out here and letting the good word out that the band is on the rise.
I love it. That's Johnny Hurt. He's the director of the Pride of Troup County, the Troup High School Tiger Marching Band. And that leads us right up to kickoff as Carson Rayford will step up from the 40 and kick the ball off. Another huge kick. It'll sail into the end zone. They'll bring it out to 20, and that's where the Grangers will have it 1st and 10. You'll do some play-by-play with me?
That boy puts it through the end zone.
Isn't it awesome?
Every single time. I love it.
Greg Hicks, are you down there? You got your ears on? Let's see if Greg is listening to me at all.
I got you.
He's talking with Coach Bubba Jeter down there, I see.
Oh, yeah.
I gave you a whole halftime off, man.
I know it. I appreciated that. Sure did.
You didn't even bring me a Snickers bar. My goodness gracious.
I didn't even go to the restroom. Look at the line. They're still here. They ought to have thrown us one out of here, man. Where's Coleman? Coleman should have gone and got us one. That's what it is.
Well, here come the Grangers. Perry, of course, the quarterback, and it has been all of Perry on Perry in that backfield. He's under center, takes the snap, going down the line. He'll pop to the outside, cut back up the field. He'll get about 5 yards, 2nd and 5.
I just talked to King Makuta, and I said, you take care of business, and he's the one that made the tackle. But I asked him, I said, so give me another update. What did the coaches talk about in the halftime? They said, bottom line, defense, you got to tackle better. And, and Perry's the kid that's so elusive and so athletic. He'll just kind of slow, take a little rabbit hop, boom, he's gone. And he just all you can do is just keep at it, stay after it, baby.
That's a great point, Greg. It's really not, it's his start and how quickly he gets upfield when he finds that open hole. Comes back down. He's got a man inside. He's going to be sacked.
Intercepted! Whoa!
Take it to the house.
We catch the ball as it goes up in the air, and that'll be a touchdown, Tigers.
Joko Willis under tremendous pressure by Macenta Stafford. He threw an interception directly into Joko's hands. And a baby touchdown, Tigers. What a way to start the second half, guys.
Only 11:15, only 45 seconds off the clock, and the Tigers have put 6 more on.
That was set up by Macenta Stafford. Actually, I want to say maybe Kobe Hudson. I'm going to get the number. Somebody was bearing down on. Yeah, we had somebody bearing down on Perry. And about the time he released it, man, he was nailed. Good job, Tigers. Good job, Joko Willis.
Snap, hold, kick is up. And it splits the uprights. He puts the extra point on 30-14 with 11:15 left to go in the third quarter play right here on Eagle Sports.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football.
Well, Greg, I have my little running tally that I do here on my notes as we do the ball game, and I have LaGrange with possession, and I've got LaGrange with possession again as the Tigers defense scores that time. Rayford steps up, kicks the ball. Man, has he got some adrenaline flowing. Catches it. They'll go into the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 20, and that's what LaGrange will have it 1st and 10.
Nick Ligon, guys, was from his outside linebacker position, came through totally untouched and give him I'm actually glad he didn't hit him before he passed it. But
I thought he had sacked him from my perspective up here. I didn't even see the interception until he's running it in.
Perry felt the pressure, got rid of it so quick. Joko stepped right in front from his outside linebacker position, and he intercepted maybe about the 21-yard line and just walked into the end zone. He didn't really walk, he sprinted, but left totally untouched.
You know what I also appreciated, Greg, is the way he handled himself after he caught the ball. After he went in the end zone, he turned, tossed it to the official. Hey, I've been here before. We'll do it again.
Got a little bunch formation over here, and coaches are calling, watch the double pass.
Really kind of a quad set back to this near side. He's going to try to run up the middle of the field. We grab hold of him. Good tackle after a gain of only 3.
Joko Willis again. The coaches challenged the defensive line to make it happen, to get over here and tackle and do not let go of him. And Joko Willis so far stepping up to the test, guys. And we've got illegal motion against LaGrange, and that should back him up 5.
Well, that was our play of choice, it seemed, in the first half.
We started this game. That was what's wrong with the Tigers. We're penalty after penalty after penalty. Remember on our first drive for a touchdown, we had to add 20 yards to it in penalties. So offensively, we've kind of been settling down, and defensively, we just got to stay after them.
Look at a couple of scores of local interest. We'll try to get those for you in just a second. It's a big game, of course, with Cartersville and Sandy Creek. Again, that bunch set, 4 wide receivers to this near side. All alone is Perry in the backfield. He'll turn and throw the other way. We're going to scramble around him. We're going to get him in the backfield, and he's going to be taken down a loss of another yard.
Tigers stepping it up on defensive line. Got Perry in the backfield, loss of about 6, maybe 7. They're going to call a loss of 6. Exactly what we saw last week at Cartersville. Perry just really couldn't go. He's been able to go up the middle on the Tigers, but so far this series, Quentin Kersey says he's going to have none of that. He and Jared Lane got the 2 inside tackle positions sewn up so far.
So once again, here come the Grangers. Perry will be all alone in the backfield. Calls for it. Turns, going to throw it quickly. Going to catch it at the 21-yard line, but that's still going to be way short of a first down, so it's going to bring up 4th down and 9.
Had a little, on his slot guy, little slant in for about 6-yard gain. He'll get that loss back +1. It'll be 3rd down, and they're going to call it 9 for LaGrange as the ball's on the 21-yard line. They've got to get out to the 30.
Right now, Cartersville leading Sandy Creek 21-14. That's the latest score that we have.
I believe that's halftime score, Jack.
Yep.
They probably started the 3rd quarter already.
Back to pass. Other Grangers. They'll swing it out to the 20, up to the 30, and he's got some running room.
Got a hole right here.
50, and we'll knock him down across the 41-yard line. But, Greg, you got a flag?
Number 8 was holding Kobe Hudson on the 35-yard line. That'll be brought back. Almost, guys. Joko Willis almost had a second interception as he missed that he missed the ball maybe by inches as Perry rolled to his right, looked back hard to his left, threw it back across the grain, and what he was doing is Kobe Hudson was out here at the offside corner, and it was obvious that he had his hand all over his jersey, and when Kobe tried to come around him, it almost pulled him down to the turf. So nice play by LaGrange. Unfortunately for them, it's coming back. Good job for the Tigers.
Just a little swing pass that got some nice yardage up the field. They'll back it up from the spot of the foul.
So where it was 3rd and 9, now it's 3rd and 5.
Mm-hmm. Ball rests right at the 25-yard line. They're going to tighten it up this time. Bring the 2 backs back in the backfield. Slot receiver to the right. Perrion will roll to his right. Looking, throws across his body. Incomplete at the 35-yard line. Had a man there, just not a good pass.
Had a man wide open. Just simply threw it behind him. He had to stay when he tried to put on brakes. The tall wideout, I can't tell if it's number 2 or 3.
Miles Johnson. He's the one that Perry switched jerseys with.
Oh, okay. His feet slipped, and he just missed the ball. But yeah, you're right. He ran a good pattern. He was wide open. All right. So one thing about LaGrange, they have not had good success punting the ball tonight, as their punter will stand on the 14-yard line.
Tigers going to make sure that they don't try any trickery here. They step up, get the kickoff. Their best kick today. Hits down at the 40, bounces all the way down to the 25. We step away to the 20, and that's where the Tigers will have it first and 10. So the best punt tonight by the Grangers. Let's take a break. 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Russ Brown, owner of LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, has all the tools and equipment handymen and contractors need in our area. And if you're planning a wedding, party, tailgate, reunion, or corporate event, LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental has you covered. Like them on Facebook and see all the particulars they offer. Plus, they're open Monday through Saturday. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental, Greenville Street, LaGrange, next to CVS Pharmacy. Phone 706-882-8665. That's 706-882-8665. LaGrange Equipment and Tool Rental.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troop Tiger football.
Welcome back as the Tigers going to run the ball. It's going to be Cam Russell going around the right side, and he's going to pick up a first down on the first play from scrimmage from the 20. 30-14 is your score, 8:40 left to go in the third quarter play. Rangers had to punt the ball. Their best punt of the night, though, all the way down to the 20-yard line. The Tigers are taking it from there. Ball now rests on the 33. Trips to the left side. And Crow will call for it from his shotgun set. Takes it, looks, fakes the handoff. Going to step up the field. Makes one miss, but they're swarming. Good job by those linebackers for the Rangers to step up and make the tackle.
One of the things I was noticing just then, he handed the ball off. I think one of the things you don't want to do is start thinking, man, I think I can take it. I think I can match Perry play for play. Just play your game, Montez Crow. You handed that ball off to Cameron Russell. He'd still been running. So, as you mentioned, Jack, those linebackers for LaGrange had really stunted in that time. And when you do it, that, you leave yourself vulnerable. And I believe if he had handed it off that way, Cameron would have gotten more than a first down.
And number 43, LaMarcus Brown, leading tacklers for the Rangers on that one. Trips to the left side again for the quarterback, Montez Crow. This gets the handoff, gives it to Russell. Russell hits, spins down, gets near the 40. He's going to get about the 37-yard line.
Basically the same play as Keyshawn Cameron from his left guard position blocked down. Ethan Short blocked out, leaving a hole that picked up 4 yards. Again, give me 4 yards on every play, and you don't ever have to pass the football. So it's third and 6 for the Tigers.
Also, the more we have the football, the less they have a chance at Perry moving down the field.
Excellent observation for sure.
A nice long drive leading us to the fourth quarter would be great. Crow going to make the handoff again. Great job of blocking by the interior line. Russell running even better across the 50 down to the 45-yard line. Breaks open for 20.
Basically just simply came up behind Seth Adams and Keyshawn Cameron, cut it inside, then he turned it outside, picked up about 18 yards on that run, over across midfield into LaGrange territory down to the 45-yard line. That's what we just talked about, Jack. Keep that ball rolling. Longer than we got it, they got it out of their hands, for sure. If you just joined us, folks, what a crazy football game in the first half. We ended with us.
4 scores inside the last 5 minutes.
Yeah, and the Tigers are right now up 30-14 over LaGrange.
Crow will continue to play the error-free football he's playing this second half so far. He's going to keep it. Great job of keeping the ball up the middle of the field. Gets the first down to the 30-yard line before he goes out of bounds. That was a great call by Montez Crow.
Hey, take back what I just said earlier, Jack, as I was talking to Coach Alba about the way the defense has stepped it up.
Well, also, Greg, on that play, he rode Cameron Russell for a long time, made them take Cameron, and then he pulled and went around to that left side.
And he picked up another 22, 24 yards on that left side. Law, when you're so focused on Cameron Russell running the football, you tend to take your eyes off as a linebacker. You take your eyes off the quarterback, and Crow took advantage of it at that time.
Russell in the backfield again. Nice to see him back from his injury. He'll get the ball this time, just pounded up the middle. He'll get down to the 20.
I was going to say, technically he rolled over. I don't think he ever touched the ground as number 13, or maybe no, 43 he was actually on his back, and Russell was laying on top of him, and he rolled him over, and only until Cameron Russell's knee hit the ground it's almost like a wrestling hold. Did they call the blow the whistle? That's a 2-yard gain.
Rolling suplex got him with.
Is that what that is? As Amy said, we first Scott first took up wrestling, she said, power half, power half. We didn't know what we were saying. We have
Just
to learn.
cheer.
It's a whole new sport, yeah.
Crow going to hand the ball off to Russell. Russell pops it to the outside. He gets across the 20 to the 19. They'll stop him there. Brings up third down.
He might have picked up maybe a yard. They're going to give him a yard gain, so it'll be third down and 6.5 for the Tigers. Ball's inside the 20, maybe actually going to put it right on the 20-yard line. So big play here for the Tigers. Third down. Let's see, the ball's on the 20. You're looking at about a 37-yard field goal attempt if the Tigers can't move the ball forward.
But also,
so
Greg,
inside of Rayford's range.
We're at 5:26 left to go. The clock continues to run. Great job by this offense to continue to move the ball down the field and churn up some clock. Takes the snap. Going to ride. Is actually going to keep it. Crow dives. He's not going to get the first down, but he gets down to the 15. That's well within Carson Rayford's field goal range.
It's funny that I didn't realize that Rayford was behind me here on the sidelines, and then Coach G's coming up talking to him. It's like, oh, did you? I guess he heard us again, Jack.
Well, that's not the first time.
Although I don't see the field goal unit coming on.
Looks like they may be going for it. Fourth down.
It's 4th and 4. You know what? They may try a freeze play, just to see if they can get a cheap first down. If they can, to keep the drive alive, won't hurt. As long as our guys don't move.
Well, that's a big key right there. They'll break the huddle. Crow will go under center. I formation behind him. They jump off sides.
That's what I'm talking about. We call that shot. They listen to us. I'm telling you, Jack, they listen to us.
It was 4th and 4. We get 5 yards on an offsides play. And, that's just disappointing for the Grangers, Greg, because, everybody in the stadium knew that was going to be the call. It's a freeze play. So we get the first down, and I'm very happy about it, down to the 13-yard line. So first we can get a first down inside the 2.
We were talking down on the sidelines at halftime while you were busy interviewing all the sheriff and the band folks and what have you. Key to the second half is the Troup Tigers have got to score every time they touch the football and run time off the clock, because you got to keep it out of Perry's hands for sure.
Well, the best way to do it is to run like they have a 5-minute drive down the field. Crow takes the handoff. Looking, throws across the middle. A touchdown, Tigers. Chance Hill with a touchdown across the middle.
Chance Hill on a narrow, skinny post all by himself. Montez Crow kind of bobbled the football, but put it right on the money, exactly where Chance Hill could catch it in his hands, right at helmet height. He just leans into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. Tigers on a roll now. We talked about scoring every time you touch it. 36-14, the Tigers go up over LaGrange.
Set to attempt a point after touchdown is Carson Rayford. There's a snap. Hold. Kick is up. And the kick is good. So with 3:59 left to go in the third quarter of play, 37-14 in favor of the Troup High School Tigers right here on Eagle Sports.
Good food. Where do you find it? Because when you spend your hard-earned money, you want good food. So the place you'll find that good food is at Rogers Barbecue on New Franklin Road in LaGrange, where they only serve American-grown catfish, barbecue cooked to perfection, and with all the fixings to make it worth every penny. Rogers Barbecue is locally owned and run with care since 1945. Come eat with us Monday through Saturday from 11 to 9, or use our carry-out window. Rogers Barbecue, New Franklin Road, LaGrange.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. Got our buddy Frankie Holmes up here in the booth. We were listening to the Rogers Barbecue commercial, and we were just wishing they delivered, Greg. It'd be awesome if we could get a little catfish up here. The entire Granger team in the huddle on the far side as the Tigers are about to kick off to them again. And you know that this is a big part of the season. They could still technically make it into the playoffs, but they would not control their own destiny if they do fall to the Tigers tonight. But right now, it's a daunting task for them as it's 37-14. And Carson Rayford's going to kick it off again into the end zone. And they just kind of let it fall there. Tremendous job by Carson in all phases. Only one little miscue and an extra point. But the field goal, the extra points, the kickoffs have been masterful.
Well, it just goes to show, we talked about Carson all year. Coach Glisson's called him Big Play Ray, Carson Rayford. And, last year he was kicking it maybe into the 10 yards. So he's picked up, on average, 15 extra yards on his kickoffs. And we just saw him put a 34-yard field goal. I was behind it. He was halfway into the LaGrange band section. Could have kicked it from 40-plus yards. So.
Well, and we're buddies with Mike, his dad, and just so how proud he is. And also what they did in the offseason. Carson didn't rest on his laurels. He continued to work on his craft and has gotten better and better as the season's gone on. Here comes LaGrange. They got a single back in the backfield with Perry. Perry will just go right up the middle. We'll miss a tackle. We'll grab him. We'll bring him down. After a gain of only 2, the ball came out, but it looks like they're going to get down on it. A little bit of jawing going on.
Stafford came in late. That was a legal hit for sure, but they're gonna throw a flag down, and of course Perry gets up, and they're trash talking, which is fine. But I didn't see that pink flag. I'm so used to seeing yellow flags, I just didn't see it. Jared Lane, Quentin Kersey kind of missed him. Jared Lane was not going to let him go. Macenta Stafford came in on a late. When I say late, I don't mean late as in it was a bad hit. Now they're going to call him spearing.
Well, I think also from my perspective, it looked as if Perry may have lost the ball for a second. He was diving after the ball head first, and it looked like spearing. So,
well, and I don't know the rules, but he's still in the ball game. So maybe it's spearing and targeting, two different things, I guess, huh?
Looks like it, because he is still in the ball game. So now fresh set of downs from the 35 for the Grangers. 15-yard penalty there against the Tigers. They're coming up on 100 penalty yards in this ball game.
One of the things that we're talking down on the sidelines that what we don't need to do is let up on any kind of pressure.
Perry throws it across the middle, almost picked off. Oh, he is upset.
Macenta Stafford would have loved to pick that off and outrun Perry to the end zone, since he's the one that just got called for roughing late hit on Perry. So.
Well, also what's happening, too, is it's a lot more pressure. We hit him right as he released the ball, and Perry's not used to that. He's talking with the official. He's kind of upset that these guys are getting on to him, getting that pressure against him.
Well, he needs to talk to the offensive line. The official can't help him block. But
well, he got a penalty a minute ago, so. Here we go. Takes the snap, rolls to his right, going to quickly throw it, complete over on that far side to number 11. That's Ahmad Ogletree. He'll be short of the first down.
LaGrange has kind of done what Callaway did with Braylon Sanders. You and I call Callaway games over the last few years, and Braylon was at quarterback. And, we talked last year that, man, it sure does make sense. Not that we're going to try to tell coaches what to do, although we do know that they listen to us, that Dylan Johnson would make a better field general. And sure enough, and you take Ogletree, has turned out to be a dadgum excellent receiver.
Yes, he has.
That was a tough catch he just made.
Third down for the Grangers. Perry takes the snap, rolls to this near side, looking, trying to try to throw back across his body, and it's caught. Ogletree catches it. He could go down to the 20. We bring him down at the 10-yard line. But a great athletic play by Ahmad Ogletree to make the catch and get the ball down. It looks like they'll mark him at the 9.
I'll be honest with you, I'm standing behind Perry when he throws the football, and that was one of those desperation passes. He had no idea. He just threw it to an area that he knew somebody should be in. Almost picked off, but Ogletree goes up above our corner and takes it out of the air. But, it was obvious because Perry's not that tall, and because the angle I'm seeing behind him, he just kind of threw it to an area. So, it made him look good. Ogletree, that's what we just talked about Ogletree. So good. It seems to be a good move for LaGrange to put him out at wideout.
Well, Deanna Burks, the head coach, is a good friend of mine. He probably has somebody listening to us and getting advice we can get for the Grangers. Of course, he'll give me a hard time about that on the Granger Gridiron Show coming up Monday night from Mare Soul.
Yeah, tell him about it.
Perry under center, hands the ball off to Ogletree. Ogletree fighting his way inside, going to get down to about the 7. Minute 56 left to go. Clock continues to tick. 37-14 is your score in favor of the Tigers. This would have been wide to the right side, and Shepard, along with number 8, Jamari Thrash. Thrash, haven't heard a lot from him tonight. He's usually a guy that's going to catch a couple of passes and a touchdown very often for the Grangers. They're going to roll everybody right, student body right, throw across the body, complete, and we're going to knock him out of bounds down at the 2. The official's going to give a touchdown.
No way.
He didn't even get close to the pylon.
There's no way. The official got knocked down on the 3-yard line. He didn't even see it. He gets up and calls a touchdown. There's no way.
Somebody's got to come back and correct that.
No way.
No. Yeah, there you go. Now he's changing. But there's somebody hurt on the far side.
Yeah, there's a Tiger got kicked out on the far side, and I can't really tell who it is, but absolutely no way. We were busy arguing that. There's no way you can do that. Why would a referee even get up and call a touchdown when he had no clue what was happening?
Well, the play's behind him, and he's standing in the end zone thinking this is a touchdown. The ball carrier is behind him out of bounds.
It was Missente Stafford. He kind of hard to know what happened. We'll try to find out. He's going to come out of the game, but hey.
He made a tremendous hit at the 2-yard line to keep him from going into the end zone.
They're going to mark the ball at the 3-yard line, Jack. It'll be should be. It got it first down, so evidently
he did not get in the end zone. That is not a touchdown.
No, you're right, but evidently they could still get a first down, and I apologize for not having my P's and Q's, but so it's first and goal to go on the 3-yard line.
Yeah. But again, Stafford went over there and made a tremendous hit on the far side, knocking the receiver out of bounds, and actually knocking the official over, who just woke up and thought, hey, let's call a touchdown. But that's been rectified, I think. I hope it is. They're not going for 2 here, are they? It's first to go. We need to fix the clock. Clock continues to tick. 3, 2. Perry going to roll to his right, looking, throws across the middle. Ball's in the air, almost picked off by the Tigers.
Wow.
So they did call that a touchdown, Greg. They did not bring it back. That was a 2-point conversion.
Yeah.
I can't wait to watch the film.
Well, not only can't wait to watch the film. This is. I don't necessarily believe in protesting, but man,
it wasn't close.
That's where you need a bottle of castor oil for that referee. I promise you.
Let's take 30 seconds back to the station. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Tara, are you okay?
Yes, I can't believe you found me. I have car trouble, and there you are.
Yeah, that's State Farm's 24/7 access.
It's like we have this mental telepathy, you know?
Well, you did start filing your claim with your mobile device. You can access State Farm on your phone, online, even in person at one of the 18,000 neighborhood
State Farm offices. See? Mental telepathy.
State Farm is there for you anytime, anywhere. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Connect telepathically with Agent Matt Orr on the square in downtown LaGrange.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Well, that was a very unusual series of events there. But it's 37-20 one way or the other with 1:23 left to go in this contest. Tigers looking for the onside kick. Everybody's up. A lot of small numbers and high numbers out on the field. They step up to kick the ball. And it's going to kick way down the field. Actually, the best kick of the day for them. Up to the 5, 10. Bounce out at the 20. Make some people miss. Going to backpedal, lose a little bit to the 18, but that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10.
White Hat's really liking to throw the flag now. He's going to call Ken Truitt for a block in the back. So the ball will be down on about the 18. It'll go down 15 yards. Should be down somewhere around the 5-yard line or 3-yard line, actually, where the Tigers will take it.
Do have an injured Tiger on the field. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station as they check on him. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. Cam Russell, injured, but walking off under his own power. Still favoring that right leg. He had the knee and has been fighting the groin injury. But we're glad to see him making his way off the sideline on his own.
Coach G still argued that unfortunate call And he should, because there's no way. He's telling me there's no way you saw that. None whatsoever.
Well, when the ball is behind you and you're standing on the pylon, you can't have a touchdown.
I mean, he didn't even see it. He jumps up and calls touchdown. He didn't see it. There's no way he could have saw it.
Well, he jumped up and took 3 steps forward, Greg.
Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. I just, you'd love to see it. I hope that doesn't affect the outcome of this football game, as in the Tigers, come up and wind up losing because of a ill-fated touchdown or bad call. And I think everybody, even LaGrange fans are not. They're just quiet because they're hoping they don't take it back.
So here we go. Tigers going to fake the handoff, air it out down the field, double coverage. Ball is tipped, and it looks like is it Granger interception?
No, it all hit the ground.
It did hit the ground. Okay. And
Kobe's got a cramp in his calf, so he needs to get taken care of as the coach is running on the field. But yeah, it was on a go route, little hitch and go, and free safety saw it, came running over. Kobe almost had it, and then one of the corners, the free safety fell down on it, bounced out of his hand too. So good for us that the ball fell incomplete.
Minute 6 left to go. 37-20 is your score in favor of the Troup High School Tigers. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station as they attend to the injured. Actually, no, we're going to keep it here. He's back up. He's stretching it. We'll get Kobe back to the side, get him some stuff
some
there.
pickle juice.
There you go. Right now, looking at Cartersville and Sandy Creek. Cartersville still the tops of our region. They're leading Sandy Creek by a score of 28-14. So
wow.
A purple hurricane has flown into the creek.
The hurricane's blowing all the water out of the creek, right? Is that what you're saying?
Yes, and I'm sure that are they in Sandy Creek, I think they're there, so I'm sure that the stadium announcer there is not having a good night. Everybody loves him. As we mentioned, 37-20 is your score. Minute 6 left to go. They've whistled the play in. We're at 20 seconds left on the play clock. Tigers will break the huddle. Montez will be standing right about the end zone. Got to be careful with the ball here. Take the snap and hand the ball off to his tailback. Coming back to this near side to the 10. 15, go out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. That's first down yardage just about. Yep, it will be a first down for the Tigers.
Oh, yeah, a nice run by Greer as he took the pitch. Actually, the handoff.
Handoff on the right side.
Throw and just come off the Stafford, and Bridwell had a nice block on the corner. Did a nice job getting him outside for a first down. That's what you want to see happen. Control that line of scrimmage.
Tigers break the huddle. A minute left to go in this third quarter play. 37-20. Takes the snap and really fakes the same play. Crow cuts back to the inside. He'll get down to the 25-yard line. That'll be a gain of about 6, maybe 7 yards. Brings up second down. Really like that play as Greer looked like he had it, and then Crow at the last minute pulls it out and is able to scramble up the field. Time continues to tick down, 36, 35, 34. Tigers will have to run the play. They're down to 18 seconds on the play clock, 17. They'll break the huddle with a man wide to this near side, man wide to the left. Flag in the little slot, a little bunch slot to the left. And the handoff. We break to the outside, and they get us out at the 24. So we're actually going to lose a couple of yards there. But he'll go out of bounds. That'll stop the clock at 13 seconds. 37-20, as we mentioned. And it's been a heck of a ball game. The end of the second quarter, a lot of scoring there. But again, we've had 3 scores just in this third quarter of play. 2 for the Tigers, 1 on the interception, 1 on the touchdown, and then LaGrange getting in the end zone, a bit of a phantom play. Now here come the Tigers. 3rd down and 4 for them.
Slick to hear with Key of LaGrange. We're going pink this
Crow
month. Breast cancer awareness.
falls for it, takes it. Go fake the handoff, keep it. Dives upfield, gets across the 25, but he's got to get almost to the 30 for a first down, so we'll have to punt the ball away. That'll be the end of the third quarter play. 37-20 is your score. Listen to Troup High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Now back to the field for more Troop Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. The quarter has ended. The Tigers are going to be looking at a fourth down when we come back. 37-20 will be your score as we go into the fourth quarter. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station. You're listening to Troop High School Tiger football on Eagle Sports.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to the field for more Troop Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troop High School Tiger football. Fourth quarter, 37-20. I see some fans from the far side leaving, and I wouldn't leave this ball game, Greg.
You know, I noticed that. Sorry, I got to echo me here. I noticed that earlier, and I'm thinking, man, there's still plenty of
lot of football
game
still
left.
to be played. Yep.
Only up by 17 points, and with a kid like Perry, you never can know.
So Carson Rayford, low snap, steps up, gets the kickoff. Not his deepest, a high kick. They'll bounce and go out of bounds. Actually, stop at the 45-yard line. So the Grangers will start with probably their best field position in quite a bit.
You know, I looked. It was a low snap from my end. I actually came back over here to just see, what kind of distance Carson may get on his punt. And the ball just hit flat and just like hitting a pile of mud, just stopped on the 45-yard line. Does that Carson roll we usually get, didn't get that time.
Well, the snap was a little bit low. I think he didn't have his mechanics quite the way he wanted them to that time. So now LaGrange with really good field position and a dangerous quarterback and a dangerous wide receiver. And again, I talked about, Greg, they've got a lot of weapons on that Granger offense.
37-20, Troop over LaGrange as we basically start the fourth quarter.
Perrion going to throw it a quick out of the far side, complete. This time it'll be complete to number 5, Bo Russell.
Ken Truitt, after about a 6-yard gain, was able to take him down, but a good little pass from Perry out to Russell.
Well, we've been getting some pressure on him. If he's going to throw the ball, he's got to release it pretty quick now. Slot receiver to this near side, slot on the far side, so twins left and right. Perry calls for it. He'll roll to this near side. Step up. We miss him. He gets to the 50, 45, and he could go 25, 10, 5, touchdown. LaPerrion Perry once again. If we don't grab him right in the backfield, try to arm tackle that young man, he will fly up the field, and you just can't stop him.
No, you're right about that. Just looking back at the scoreboard, and 37-20. I'm sorry, I saw one of the Long Cane coaches just having fun with Perry scoring. I'm kind of don't get that, but anyway, what a heck of a run by Perry.
Right up the middle of the field.
You got him in the backfield, and then he's gone. You forget it, he's gone.
So looking down as they're going to take the point after touchdown. Waiting for the snap, and a flag on the play. Offsides against LaGrange. So they'll back him up and make that a little more difficult. 11:09 left to go. 37-26 LaGrange. Again, we mentioned it just a minute ago, Greg. He's so elusive, so hard to stop. And a ball game is never over till it's all zeros up there when you got LaPerrion Perry on the field.
Right.
Snap, hold kick. It's blocked. And we're going to knock him down as the kicker tried to catch the ball in the air. That wasn't his best choice, probably.
Looked like Chance Hill had something to say about that. So
they'll miss the extra point. So 37-26 will be our score with 11:09 left to go in this contest. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's the step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back as we're looking at 11:09 left to go in this ball game, 37-26. And Greg, I think it's important for us to answer with another nice long drive here for the Tigers. And again, let's get our hands team out. Let's watch because they could very, very easily go for an onside kick here.
Got a lot of the front line up close to the 50. Hey, what frequency should I be on? I'm on 96.9, and I've got tons of echo in my ear.
I can hear you. So here we go. Steps up. There's the kick down the field. It's going to sail into the end zone. And they'll bring it out to the 20, and that's where the Tigers will have it 1st and 10. I heard your question, Greg. I'm going to try to get an answer for you. 94-7, I think, is what we want to try there.
Okay, thank you.
All this technical talk makes it sound like we know what we're doing here. They're shooting the T-shirts up into the crowd. Can you hear me now? Is it footballs? Okay. Well, Amelia, I thought she could throw the ball there, so they're just shooting the footballs up there. Okay. So here come the Tigers back out on the field. They've got a 1st down from the 20-yard line.
How about 94?
I can hear you now. There you go.
Thank you.
All right.
Hire me as the producer.
Twins left and right. Crow calls for it. Fake the handoff. Cut back up to the left side of the field. He'll get about 3, maybe 4 yards up to near the 25-yard line. They'll stop him at the 24. So 4-yard gain, 2nd and 6.
Take 4 every time. Looks like we got a Granger down, maybe 2 of them. But yeah, we needed 4. If Crow's going to keep the ball, we definitely need at least 4 every play. Keep it on the ground, let that clock run. Up by 11, your Tigers 37, LaGrange 26. And I'll just be honest with you, LaGrange is so glad that Perry is back playing because they actually have a chance to win a few ball games. Without him, the road looks like it would have been real tough.
I think you're exactly right, Greg. Right now they're checking on the young man on the far side. He's kind of getting up on his knees. Like he'll be able to get up and get off the field on his own power. That's great. That's number 43, Marcus Brown. He's been a big part of that Granger defense over on the far side. Our thanks to our fans who are joining us as they're in their cars leaving the ball game. It's still quite a ball game, though, 37-26. A lot of fans here on the Troup side still here, cheering them on. And here comes the Tigers back on the field. They're looking at 2nd down and 6 now. Twins to this near side, 1 wide to the right. Crow checks his line, looks to the sideline, has the play that he needs, and he's ready to go. Calls for it. Going to hand the ball off to the right side. Ball's out, and Granger's got it. Ball's out, and Granger's have it at the 30-yard line. A fumble by Greer going around that right side. And they are definitely still in this ball game, Greg.
You know, up by 11, like I said, you just absolutely can't release the pressure. No way. We need to score every time we touch the ball. Need to hold on to the ball. All the fundamentals, because you give a team, any team, but particularly one with a kid like Perry, an opportunity to get the momentum changed. No, it's not good. It's all right. We'll get it back.
Jadarius Young coming up with that fumble there, number 38. And here come the Grangers. And you can guess who's going to get the ball here. Perry low snap, but he gets it, rolls to his right, steps back up the field. Got to put a head on him, knocks him down. So a big hit, but not really a wrap-up tackle by Joko Willis.
Yeah, well, you know, it's one of those things that he just had to beat on him. I don't know what they're going to do. They're going to call him down. I really thought that he was closer to the first down marker, but evidently they're going to back him up. So he gained 7 yards. It'll be 2nd and 3 for LaGrange.
Perry once more in the backfield. Calls for it. Rolls to his left this time. Throws it. And almost caught. But it goes in and out of the hands of the intended receiver back there. That's Ogletree.
Chance Hill playing a deep corner and actually got sucked in with the along him and Truitt going to the end zone. And when he realized late that he had a guy underneath him, he had to break off and come back. And lucky for Troup that the ball fell incomplete. It'll be third down. Big third down play for the Tigers. Big defensive stance right here. Tigers have got to keep them off of a first down.
That's an excellent point, Greg. This is a big play right here. A lot of milling around in the backfield for the Grangers. 14 seconds left to go on the play clock. And the ball's on the ground. Perry goes down in the backfield. Huge defensive stance. He dropped the ball, and we are right there on top of it as Kobe Hudson, not Kobe.
King Makuta.
That's King Makuta makes that tackle.
King Makuta comes flying in over the offensive tackle. He was already had his ears pinned back. And when Perry just really lost his balance, he was on his heels. He dropped the football. He was able to pick it up, and Makuta just simply buried him. So what was a 3rd and 3 now is a 4th and 12. And LaGrange has no intention of doing anything but going for the football. And you know what? In this kind of game, there's no guarantee that they won't get it, guys.
Well, you're exactly right, Perry. This is exactly where he's the most dangerous on a big play like this. A timeout is called.
That's a great timeout call by the Tigers, Coach Glisson. This is key here. You don't need these guys to score here. You don't even need to get a first down, but big timeout for the Toki staff.
Well, if they can keep the ball and the Tigers they've got some pretty good field position here at about the 30.
Oh, absolutely. And it's 4th down, but you just know they're gonna, you're gonna send 1 or 2 to the corner, 1 or 2 down about 8 or 12 yards out, and you're gonna open up the inside for Perry to be able to juke and jive. So it's imperative that the defensive front maintain their lane and almost just block straight up, and it's not almost like a prevent front line. Just kind of wait for him to come to you instead of pursuing him.
For our radio friends, we went off there for just a second. We're back, and thank you for our sponsors out there. The Tigers now have the Grangers 4th and 12. Huge play right here in this ball game with 9:04 left to go. Tigers leading 37-26.
I'm standing on the 20-yard line. He's got to get to the 20 for a first down.
Perry back to pass. Going to step up the field, and this is where he's super dangerous. We're going to bring him down, though.
Nick Ligon.
A huge play by the Tigers. We're going to back him up. We're going to get the ball at the 37-yard line. 1st and 10 Tigers.
Nick Ligon came from the backside, outside linebacker position, and never let up. And that's what I'm talking about. You can just see him. He was chasing Perry with intensity, and man, did he get him from the backside. Another loss of about 12, and the Tigers take over. 1st down and 10 on the 36-yard line. 8:56 to go in this contest. Your Troup Tigers up by 11, 37-26. Jack, we talked, hey, you need about a 6 or 7 minute drive here to get a touchdown.
Got to grind.
Big play defense there. Coach Alba's defense stepped up big that time.
There was nowhere for him to throw the ball, that's for sure. Handoff into the line. To the 40. Maybe to the 39. Yeah, they're going to mark him at the 39-yard line. So that's about a 4.5-yard gain.
He just kind of stepped it up in there and held on to that ball. Cameron Russell had both hands on that ball, backed into the line of scrimmage as Kobe Harry's getting some playing time coming out. He and Keyshawn Cameron doing some swapping in and out.
Play clock ticks down to 20 seconds. Tigers break the huddle, make their way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll spin one man wide to the right side to Vicente Stafford. Kobe Hudson wide to this near side with a slot receiver beside him. Crow calls for it. Takes the handoff, going to pull it, and he can be brought down as he gets across the 40 to the 42-yard. When he falls, he does pick up a yard.
Well, he was
3rd and 5.
He was actually had to dodge a tackler in the backfield. You're right. He was able to, and then of course once he dodged, the tackler tripped him up on his feet. His long body picked up a yard. Still though, it'll be 3rd down and call it 5. So again, key play here for the Tigers is they need to get across the 46-yard line for a first down.
15 seconds on the play clock. Make their way back to the line of scrimmage. Single back to the backfield with Crow. Crow rolls this back to this left side. Takes it. Fakes the handoff. Throws across the middle. Complete. And a first down at the 47 across the 50.
Bridwell on a second key catch of the night. That play has been working for the Tigers. They need the first down both times. They went to Bridwell, and they got the first down both times to keep the chains moving.
He's been the secret weapon for the Tigers tonight in 2 different instances to pick up big third down conversions.
You know, Kinley started, like I told you, the season. He was on crutches, and what a difference he's made. Got good hands from a tight end position. You don't see a lot of teams throwing to the tight end anymore, but hey, he's got some good hands.
Tigers are going to be offsides. We jump before the ball is snapped, so they'll bring us back 5. Be first down and 15.
Montez is talking to Seth. I was about to say that, you know, everybody knew what the snap count on, but Seth Adams, the center, because everybody was moving except Seth. And I think Seth realized when everybody was moving, he needed to snap the ball.
Oops.
Yeah, it happens. Seth's done just such a tremendous job. Had a nice piece on him in the local paper this week. And so, hey, we appreciate that. And Seth, you know, he's handled the position real well. It'll cost us 5, however, so it'll back us up first and 15. Tigers still have the momentum at the 49-yard line.
They whistle it back in. 6:57 left to go. 37-26 is your score. Tigers letting that clock run down. 15-14 on the play clock. Now they're back to the line of scrimmage. They'll send Stafford wide to the right. Slot receiver to this near side. Crow calls for it. Fakes the handoff. Throws across the middle again. Caught! What a great catch! Not a first down because we did have the 5-yard penalty against us, but he'll get to the 41-yard line. And that's that Chance Hill?
Chance Hill, along with Bridwell, was really in the same area. You had 3 corners. You had a free safety and an outside linebacker and a cornerback, all on both of them. Chance Hill jumps up, picks it out of the air, picks up about 8 yards, maybe 9 or 10 yards. Second down, it was first and 15. That's about second and 6 for the Tigers.
Clock continues to tick. Tigers continue to move down the field. Back to the line of scrimmage come the Tigers. Back to the backfield just to the right of the quarterback, Crow. Crow was going to hand it off, and they're going to get us, might lose a yard there. Yeah, we're going to lose about 2 back to the 45.
The LaGrange had a stunt going on their right side defense and was able to kind of knock down, as Montez Crow's talking to Ethan Short. Ethan's had a real good ball game, but that particular one, he and Keyshawn kind of got beat in there, and Cameron really couldn't make any headway. 5:35 and the clock still ticking. Troup Tigers 37, LaGrange Rangers 26. Third down and 8 for the Tigers.
Marquez Payne along with Jonathan Lajabutu in on the tackle there for the Grangers. Hill will go out into the slot receiver on the right side. Montez takes it, fakes it. Actually, no, hands the ball off. Great job of getting across the 40. And the Tigers will be short of the first down, though. It's going to be 4th and about 2.
You know, Jack, I enjoy listening to you because evidently Montez is getting better week to week because he's fooled you several times over the last couple of weeks. And it's kind of neat to see. And I'm sure if I was up in the booth with you, I wouldn't have seen that either. But being down on the field, I can see him kind of pull it. But that's neat because if you're not seeing it, we'd like to think that the defense is not seeing it either.
Well, and he plays out the fake so well as he kind of rides him in, comes back up with that ball, you know, pretending it's on his right shoulder. And we're going for it. So this is a big play right here for the Tigers.
Well, you got Cam Russell sitting way back. It may be trying to freeze play, and we may have called a timeout.
And now we're going to change it. Play clock down to 1. We'll have to call a timeout there.
Yeah, that was intentional.
So that's hey, I don't have a problem with that. 4:30. Time continues to tick off the clock. 37-26 is your score. Tigers leading right now. Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back as the Troup High School Tigers right now leading 37-26 over the LaGrange High School Grangers. 4 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in this contest. Troup looking at a 4th down and a 2.5, maybe 3. And they're lining up to go for it. You know, they can really kind of sock things away a little bit because it is a 2-score ball game, Greg.
Yeah, you're right. Excuse me, 13-point lead and actually 11-point lead. So, yeah, you got to. LaGrange has to have 2 scores.
Russell gets the call, fights out. I think they stopped us, Greg. I don't think we got it from our perspective.
Well, our defensive players are running on the field, so they tend to agree with you. But Montez thinks it's a 1st down. Let's see what the white hat says. They're going to measure it. I believe that's what they're going to do.
I think they'll have to.
You know, Bridwell thinks it's a 1st down. Cameron Russell thinks it's a 1st down.
It depends on the spot.
Crow's saying, get off the field, defense. It's a 1st down.
He was hit.
Let me get down here where I can see.
Just as he got to it. But depending on, again, it all depends on the spot. Now, if it's where I think they have it right now, it is definitely a 1st down. But we'll let the chains come out. Give those guys something to do on the far side.
If it's a 1st down, it's a 1st down by inches, guys.
The Grangers have stopped us. So they're going to get the ball back. And you're right, it's just by inches, Greg.
Well, it was tough. It was one of those you definitely needed to measure. So with 4:23 left in this ball game, Troup 37, LaGrange 26, Troup up by 11. You're right, Jack. It is a 2-score game, but Tigers defense have to do what they've been doing most all night, and that is just keep the hammer down and keep going and keep chasing Perry and wrapping him up as they have on the last couple of series, with the exception of that long touchdown run. Man, he is such an elusive character. You just wow. He is. If a fan's paid their $8 ticket just to come to see him play, who could blame him?
Yeah, you're exactly right, because he's definitely as advertised. They place the ball exactly where it should be on the far hash. But it'll be Granger ball instead of Tiger ball now. 4:23 left to go in this ball game. Tigers really need not just a big stop. I think they need a turnover to really kind of get things going our way after being stopped on 4th down. So here comes Perry. He'll stand on about the 32-yard line. Call for it. He's going to swing it out to his receiver. Going to try to get upfield. Good job of tackling by the Tigers. And that time that's Nick Ligon, who just had a nice angle, made a good open field tackle, and it brings up 2nd down.
One of the things Coach Glisson was doing, he was making sure that the clock kept running. He came running up the sidelines.
Yeah, he stayed in bounds.
Telling the side judge, hey, run that clock. He didn't get out of bounds. And you're right, so it pick up 2. Good defense by Nick Ligon. Keep it to only a 2-yard gain.
Perry rolls to his left this time, looking to pass, throws it. It's going to be complete out there across the 50 to about the 41. That'll be a 1st down for the Grangers. Nice pass.
Not only will it stop the clock because 1st down, but it may have gone out of bounds. So if that's the case, it won't even crank up until they snap the ball. 3:45 left of the game. You know, LaGrange obviously is trying their hearts out to come back and win this ball game. The Tigers have got to play their hearts out to keep them from doing that.
This time, Perry going to roll to his right. Got some pressure. They put out, all 3 guys miss him. He's still running left, right. We're missing him left and right. One more guy can stop him down to about the 25-yard line, but we had 4 guys miss him in the backfield, and he picks up a 1st down.
There is a flag on here on the 41-yard line. Could be hold, could be a clip, could be anything. And as much as he's moving around, it's probably going to be a hold on LaGrange.
Well, it does make it hard if you're a lineman, because when your back crosses your face, you don't know what to do now, because now you've blocked your guy into where he is. So you a lot of times will grab and trying to pull him back across your face.
Yeah,
the flag is back at the 40, so that'll come back. Woo.
Well, we needed that, but a block in the back. Yeah, you got to. But again, what a phenomenal athlete, man. Wow.
3:31 left to go. That'll back him up across the 50. So on the other 49.
You know, I don't know what Purdue has in mind for him when he gets there, but man, you got to put the ball in his hands. It's the bottom line.
Here they go. Has a man in motion to this near side. We sack him back at the 42-yard line.
You
Huge
saw it
play.
coming. Kevin Martin, you saw it coming. He advertised it. They still didn't block him. He came through untouched and took off another 7 yards, sacked Perry. And I don't know if LaGrange has called a timeout on that with 3:13 left. They had all three. They have it down to 2. 3:13 left in this contest. Troup 37, LaGrange 26.
Let's take 30 seconds back to the station on Eagle Sports.
Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
The action continues now with more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
You know, Jack, I was going to go talk to Q Kersey on the sidelines, tell him they're playing a great ball game. It looks like he needed some water. So you need some water? He said, no, I got the flu. So I decided to back up from him. I said, go breathe on some of these Grangers, man. Don't be coming over around me.
Well, after that penalty and after that sack, the ball now rests back on the 42. They've got to get all the way to the 30 for a first down. We've got to contain Perry. Perry back to pass, all alone. Throws it across the middle. Almost intercepted by the Tigers.
Wow. Stafford had it there, but there were so many people crossing that time. I think it bounced off somebody's back leg. Otherwise, Stafford had that interception, and that would have certainly been delightful for the Tigers.
I kind of like that word. Good job.
Don't you? I was
just delightful.
3:07 left in this contest. Again, if you're in and out of the radio, Troup 37, LaGrange 26. Both teams left with 2 timeouts remaining.
Ogletree will be in the backfield with Perry. Ogletree goes to his left. Perry back all alone. Airs it out. It's going to be complete at the 50, but we bring him down there. But he's way short of even the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 4th down from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, you know they're in 4th down territory, so it was 3rd and 28. Clock's ticking. Ball's on the midfield mark. 4th and 20. And they'll call a timeout, Jack.
Let's go ahead and take one as well. 37-26 is your score. A timeout by the Grangers, a timeout by us on the radio as well, right here on Eagle Sports.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Key of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness, and we'll be donating a portion of our sales to the Breast Friends for Life Hope for a Day campaign. So stop by and check out our selection of Kias and help support a great cause. It's fall savings times between the 16s. They gotta go to make room for the 17s. You can own a 16 Kia Cadenza for as little as $23,500. And you know with prices like these are not gonna last long. Come see us today or online at keyoflagrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax tag and title. Stock number 19215.
Now back to the field for more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Well, you talk about plays that are huge in a ball game with 2:45 left to go. The LaGrange High School Grangers have kind of their last gasp on the field right now as the ball rests right at the 50-yard line. They've got to get all the way to the 30 for a first down.
You know, Jack, you say that, but even if we do stop them, you know, when something happens to us, kind of like we did a while ago, a fumble or, God forbid, an interception or something, you know, I'm just not going to relax and breathe normal until this game's over and we win.
Until we see all zeros on the clock. You're right. We're going to stay right here with it. Ogletree in the backfield with Crow. He'll roll over to the left side. We got a slot receiver to both sides, so twins either side. Calls for it, takes it, rolls to his left. Steps up, looking, all just kind of standing there. And as we collapse him, he airs it all the way down the field. It's jump ball, and the Grangers catch it down at the 7.
Oh, what a collegiate NFL catch. Wow. He goes up with one hand. Kobe Hudson's all over him and catches it and brings it to the turf. Wow, and you got a player down here.
On New Franklin Road in LaGrange.
And it may be Perry, I'm not for sure, but.
Well, we were all over him as he was about to make that throw. There's about 3 guys on him. Welcome back. Oh.
96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. LaGrange just airs the ball down, all the way down the field. Perry throws it complete to number 9, Rico Dunn, who climbs the ladder, brings down one of the best catches I think I've seen in high school football in a long time to the 7. But right now, the Granger is very concerned as it looks like it's Perry, the quarterback, down back in the backfield.
So many coaches on the knee. There's a flag on the field, and it took my wife being a spotter to notice that. But
I didn't see it either.
We had a beat on him, and the film will show. But man, I certainly didn't think that was a untimely hit. But again, what a acrobatic catch and NFL style for sure. Wow. So I know he's limping. I don't know if that's his knee, hip, what it is, and there's a lady out on the field. I guarantee that's his mama, but because I understand she's had a lot to say so about his playing time. But you wonder, do you put him back in with 2 minutes and 33? He's certainly the kid that's kept him in this ball game.
Well, he'll have to step off at least for this play, but he does not have his helmet in hand, so he's off to the left side. And here come the Grangers. Now, of course, Ahmad Ogletree ran the offense along with Cronick early in the season. They're going to split trips out to the right side. So they've handled things without Perry before. In fact, it's going to be Ogletree who's going to step in at the quarterback role. 20 seconds left on the play clock. They'll bring Bo Russell in as he split wide out to the right side. Ogletree back to pass, steps up, and we make a big hit on him. Fight. He's fighting for that end zone, and he's going to be stopped right there at the 1.
This is like a heavyweight bout, guys. I see people giving it all they got, laying it all on the line, offensively, defensively, just not wanting to score. This has been a great ball game. Unfortunately, had a lot of penalties on both sides, but still, a lot of heart in this game.
We're going to hit, and the ball's loose, caught by the Tigers. That's an interception. That is an interception. What a huge play. King Makuta brings it down, and the Tigers will have the ball down at the 9-yard line.
Looked like King Makuta intercepted that one, dove in on about the 9-yard line. Wow, did we need that one.
He was hit from the backside. The quarterback in for Perry was Jacoby Smith. He took it, was going to try to air it out to the right side where he had trips on the far side. He was hit from the back as forward motion was going. Ball's in the air. King Makuta, super heads-up play. Dives, makes the catch before it hits the ground, rolls, and it is a huge play as the Tigers now have the ball with 1:48 left to go. Rangers only have 1 timeout left. Greg, this is usually where you start doing the math and seeing what we need to do. There's the snap, and we take a knee, and the clock will start to tick. 1:45. And here's the timeout called by the Grangers. That was to be expected, of course. 37-26 your score, 1:36. Huge play, and Perry getting hit and knocked out late in the ball game. Hey, Greg, do you have your ears on down there? It's like he may be having an issue with his headset. Something not working on him there. Making some adjustments to that. Hopefully we'll get Greg back on in just a second.
Need a AAA.
There you are.
Battery, I guess.
I hear you now. You can't, okay, so his radio's not working. His microphone's working, if I could get a message to him. But his radio's struggling. Old School's down there. Maybe he's got one in his pocket. He's got all kinds of stuff down in there. 37-26 is our score. 1:36 left to go. The Tigers break the huddle. The clock did stop as LaGrange called their last timeout. They can't stop the clock again, so it's 2nd down. The quarterback, Montez Crow, will go under center. Play clock ticking, but not the big clock. He'll step under center, take the snap, step back, take a knee. So that'll reset the play clock. Minute 28, 27, 26. Clock continues to tick. 37-26 is our score right now. We'll hope to get Greg a battery, and he'll be able to talk to us in the post game and let us know Coach Glissen's thoughts, as well as some of the other folks down there. But it has been a heck of a ball game, just as you would expect as these two teams get together for a rivalry, an in-town rivalry game like this. Waiting for the last second before they snap it. 53 seconds. Take the snap, take a knee. Of course, now as he takes the knee, he's backed up now to the 4-yard line. So as we look to the far side, it's 4th down. 38, 37, 36. They can't stop the clock. And the Tigers, looks like they'll be able to close things out in just a second. In fact, play clock is at 22. Main clock is at 23. They'll snap the ball. Actually, they just reset it. So actually the same time, actually less time on the clock than the play clock. They won't even have to snap the ball. In fact, players will just say, just move away from it. And that's going to be their contest. 37-26 is our final. The Tigers win. And they're undefeated in the region. And a huge ball game for the Troup High School Tigers as the fans from the Tiger side come out onto the field. And we're really hoping everything stays the way it should. Coach Glissen gets the Gatorade bath, as you would expect after a game like this. But the Tigers with a big win, a huge win, 37-26 against LaGrange High School Grangers. Let's take a break. We come back, lots more to do. Let's take 4 spots back to the station. You're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
There's a storm coming. We may not know its path, but your independent auto owner's insurance agent knows no matter what happens, we'll be there when you need us most. Strong through every storm. That's how it's been for our first 100 years, and how it will be for generations to come.
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com. Deciding to sell or buy a home is a big step. To make sure it's a step in the right direction, choose the person best qualified to handle your real estate needs. Joel and Rob Upchurch have been breaking sales records every year since 1997. They truly are the real estate leaders in West Georgia. So take a step in the right direction. Contact Joel or Rob Upchurch at RE/MAX Results, because they are dedicated to results and converting transactions into relationships.
You're listening to Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Now back to more Troup Tiger football.
Welcome back to Troup High School Tiger football. The Tigers have won this one. The final score 37-26. What a heck of a hard-fought ball game. I'm looking down to see if Greg's got his ears on.
Oh, yeah.
There he is.
Man, I was just watching all the team backed up. Jared Lane said, give me some room. And he did a backflip. Boo! Everybody jumped in. It's just evidently that's the little thing these guys got going on. It's neat. I couldn't do a backflip off a diving board, baby. King Makuta, good job, buddy.
Tell you what, it's a huge
Leaf
ball
Thornton,
game.
good job, baby. Yeah, these guys coming over here, man. It's nice to see that they on a roll now, baby. There's a 6-game winning streak, man, and crosstown rivals, nothing sweeter. Other than now, we got to go on and keep focused. We've got senior night next Thursday night ball game, matter of fact, Jack, and against Central, and then we've got to go to Cedartown and finish up the season, the regular season, because right now, baby, we need to be going to the playoffs.
Looks good for us, and we'll break all that down in just a bit. But Greg, going to the end of the ball game is such a crazy. We lost you for a second there, but
yes.
the key to the end of this ball game to me is LaPerrion Perry getting knocked out right there at the end of the ball game.
Well, you hate to see anybody get hurt for sure, but he's a one-man wrecking crew. I promise you, if Perry's not playing tonight, it might have been 52-0 Troup. I'll just be honest with you.
Yep.
So I got Coach G over here. I'm going to let him have his fun, but I'm going to grab him while he's if I can talk to him. You got a minute? Here we go. Man,
ahead.
What a game. Highly emotional. You're wet again. I like you being wet, Coach.
Yeah, I like being wet too, but man, we did things so uncharacteristic, and we did it all year long, and it just I don't know. It's good to win. It's good to be on top, especially in this rivalry. But dadgummit, I mean, we just didn't play our best, and a lot of dumb penalties, a lot of things that just were uncharacteristic of our football team. Tackling was horrendous, and we better get going back to work. We got to refocus. I think we were a little tight, but it'll be okay. We can fix everything but the scoreboard tomorrow.
Well, Coach Bowden told us a couple weeks ago at the Gridiron Club, don't ever apologize for a win. But you know what? We talked about it on radio. You could just see the tension in our guys. It just seemed different. We were looser at Sandy Creek, more loose at Sandy Creek than we were here. But you know what? You got a W, and that's what matters.
Well, sometimes it's a lot easier being the hunter than the hunted. And I think tonight we were the hunted. We were being hunted.
Absolutely.
And but that's what happens when you're 6-1.
That's right. Congratulations, Coach. Region win, baby. We'll see you guys in the morning. Y'all come out to Kia showroom at 9 o'clock. They're on the Parkway. Join us. I'll have Troup High Tigers Saturday morning quarterback show with Coach G. They're live. You guys come out and join us and have some biscuits with us, some coffee, and talk football with us.
All right, Greg, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We'll have a couple of highlights from the second half and preview what's coming up next week. But right now you're listening to Troup High School Tiger Football on Eagle Sports.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
Hi friends, Jess Lichter here with Key of LaGrange. We're going pink this month for breast cancer awareness, and we'll be donating a portion of our sales to the Breast Friends for Life Hope for a Day campaign. So stop by and check out our selection of Kias and help support a great cause. It's fall savings times, which means the 16s, they gotta go to make room for the 17s. You can own a 16 Kia Cadenza for as little as $23,500. And with prices like these are not gonna last long, come see us today or online at keyoflagrange.com to help support your local economy.
Price plus tax tag and title. Stock number 19215. Have you gotten your flu shot? Now is the time. Holmes Pharmacy is the place to get your flu shot. And if you have insurance, it could be free. So don't wait. Drive right up to Holmes Pharmacy and get your flu shot today at Commerce Avenue in LaGrange or in Hamilton. And if your doctor feels you need a high-dose flu shot, Holmes Pharmacy has you covered.
Hi, I'm Perry Prather, pharmacist at Holmes Pharmacy. So drop by Commerce Avenue in LaGrange, Georgia. We have your flu shot ready. So come see me or any of my fine staff at Holmes Pharmacy today.
In 1916, Auto Owners Insurance teamed up with local independent agents so customers could get fast, friendly, local service. It worked so well, we decided to keep it that way. And 100 years later, we still do things the same way, by teaming up with local independent agents who deliver quality, personal service. Some might call that old school. But then again, maybe everything old is new again. Kind of refreshing, isn't it?
Mallory Agency at MalloryAgency.com. For all your insurance needs, it's the Mallory Agency.
Now back to more Troup Tiger football on Eagle Sports, WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at Eagle1023.com.
Welcome back. A huge win for the Troup High School Tigers tonight by a score of 37-26. And I want to just run down a little bit of the scoring in the second half. The Tigers, again, they're coming in and credit LaGrange High School Grangers. They played very hard the whole ball game, never gave up. But as we started the second half, the Tigers were able to stop LaGrange, but then put some points on the board.
Comes back down. He's got a man. He's going to be sacked.
Intercepted!
Whoa! Take it to the house. We catch the ball as it goes up in the air, and that'll be a touchdown, Tigers.
Joko Willis under tremendous pressure by Vicente Stafford. He threw an interception.
What a great way for the Tigers to start the second half. That put them up 30-14, and then they'd stop LaGrange on their next series. LaGrange would punt the ball, and another great series of downs by the Troup High School Tigers to put more points on the board.
Crow takes the handoff. Looking, throws across the middle. A touchdown, Tigers. Chance Hill with a touchdown across the middle.
Chance Hill on a narrow, skinny post all by himself. Montez Crow kind of bobbled the football, but put it right on the money, exactly where Chance Hill could catch it in his hands, right at helmet height. He just leans into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers.
Perry continued to take his offense down the field. They went from 14 to 20 to 26, and that ends up being your final score, 37-26. And Greg, I know that you and Coach will be looking at the film tomorrow in one of your TV show, but I'm really interested to see what that touchdown, that late touchdown at the end of the third quarter, looks like on film.
Yeah, I tell you what, they always say the big eye don't lie, but wow, he is so elusive. You're talking about Perry.
Yeah, he is.
It's just crazy. But then, I look back, and like Coach said, we talked about it, Jack. We could see the ebb and flow of the game from our first series. We had 4 or 5 penalties on the first 2 series. And,
yep.
You could just see it that like you said, sometimes you're the hunter and sometimes you're the huntee. And, this time we were the huntee, if you will. And they were hunting us down, and it was a different Troup team tonight. We had a lot of penalties, a lot more than we've been having. Montez was certainly off for a while. He had several throwing off the back of his foot. Several passes. He's had a lot of air underneath it. But then he turns around and he makes some good plays where he scrambles and gets a first down, and then he throws one to Ken Truitt right before, I want to say halftime, just into the front pylon. Wow, on a little wheel route. And then he's nice touch to Chance Hill across the middle. Didn't knock him down with it, just put it where it needed to be. Helmet high, steps in the end zone. So you just don't know, man. But I tell you what, if this is the worst game we play all year, thank God we won.
Well, I'm very proud of these guys. You mentioned tomorrow morning you've got your Saturday morning quarterback show. That'll be at 9. Now, right before that at 8:30 is the Key of LaGrange Saturday morning quarterback with Callaway. Then we'll have the Troup group, and then Lafayette Christian coming up at 9:30. Don't forget, on Monday night at 7 o'clock, we'll have the Matt Mummy Air Raid football show. I'll be traveling to Huntington over in Montgomery, Alabama tomorrow to watch the Grangers play. And then the Granger Gridiron show, I'll be with Coach Diallo Burks from across the way from the Grangers to talk about this ball game from a Grangers perspective. Don't forget, you've even got Auburn Tigers football and Tiger Talk coming up Monday as well. So it's a lot of stuff going on here on our network. But I tell you what, great ball game for the Tigers as they come away with a big victory. And, Greg, it doesn't it seems like there's a huge thing looming on the end in Cartersville, the last game of the season. That could come down to who's going to win the region. But we've got 2 ball games ahead of that with Cedartown next week and then Central of Carroll right after that.
Well, it's just a reverse, but we've got Central next week, Thursday night for senior night.
Well, I got Cedartown on my schedule. I'm reading from.
Well, maybe we got Cedartown for senior night. Then we go to then we travel to Central.
To Central, yeah.
Then we go to Cartersville.
Yeah.
But we're 3-0 in the region. Looks like Cartersville is going to be 3-0 in the region after tonight. We certainly I don't want to count your chickens for the hatch.
No, gosh, no.
But sure would be nice to roll into Cartersville in about 3 weeks, being 8-1. And those guys, it looks now that they've gotten by Sandy Creek, being 9-0, all for the region championship. Boy, this is that would be one of the most important games in Troup football history in a long time.
Well, and also one of the most dramatic turnarounds in Troup High School football history. Coach Glisson has really taken this 1-9 team and has brought them to this point right now in the season. Just a tremendous job. Again, 6-1 on the season right now with 3 ball games still left to play. But right now, it's all about the Tigers defeating the LaGrange High School Grangers, and these guys are going to enjoy this for a long time.
Well, they got 364 days and a few hours, I think, now that's just rolling around. So But wow, and and interesting, Cal Hires on the LaGrange side of broadcast was sharing some stats with me. So if he said over the last 6 years the Tigers were 4-2, so now we're 5-2 over 7 years, and that's a good change. We still got a long way to go. Like maybe 12 more ball games in a row to beat these Grangers before we even this series up.
Yeah,
so,
I think you're right.
But we'll take what we can get one game at a time, and it's just nice to see. Not just this series. This is nice for community interest, but bottom line is you got to have loftier goals. Not just Auburn has to have bigger goals rather than just beating Alabama. You got to have a national championship in mind. You got to have SEC championship in mind. Same thing with the Tigers. We've got to look at region championships. We've got to look at going to the playoffs every year as an expectation.
Right.
That we're going to go every year, and finally, hey, throw in a state championship. Wouldn't that be nice? Wow.
Oh, hey, you and I in the dome would be awesome.
They couldn't hold us in there, baby.
No, we blow the top off. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to close things down again. The Tigers have won tonight against the LaGrange High School Grangers by a score of 37-26. Our thanks to Derek back at the station for Coleman producing for us tonight. You heard this in lots of different places. The LaGrange perspective was also on Eagle Sports. Our thanks to Michael Buchanan and Cal Hires for joining us in the pregame. Again, don't forget to join Greg tomorrow morning for the Saturday Morning Quarterback. It's going to be an exciting show for him. But right now, from Callaway Stadium, we'll see you next week on the radio.
There's a secret to beating injuries or ailments. Get the right team. Emory Southern Orthopedics' well-trained, experienced doctors, nurses, and staff are that team. These teammates listen and understand your specific condition and provide high-quality hometown care that will get you back into your game. For more information about Emory Southern Orthopedics team, visit www.southernorthopedics.com.
Introducing the most valuable provider, your nationally ranked WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Ranked a top 100 large community hospital by Troup Health Analytics. Named a top 100 great community hospital by Becker's Hospital Review. Rated top 100 in medical excellence and patient safety by CareChecks. WellStar West Georgia Medical Center. Award-winning healthcare right here in LaGrange. To learn more, visit wellstar.org/WGMC. We believe in life well lived.
Thanks for listening to Troup Tigers Football on WLAG 96.9 FM, 1240 AM, and online at eagle1023.com. Troup Tigers Football was brought to you in part by Mallory Insurance, Holmes Pharmacy, WellStar West Georgia Medical, Emory Southern Orthopedics, Kia of LaGrange, RE/MAX Results Agent Rob Upchurch, and RE/MAX Results Agent Joel Upchurch.